All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Wrestling Hooligans. I'm over here with Shaji. Shaji, say what's up.
What up? Second baby's here too. So I'm back now. I'm back. I think I took like a 2 or 3 week hiatus, but I'm
Yeah,
back.
yeah. So, are you getting any sleep?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm
Yeah.
getting sleep right now. It's funny. The second kid's a little bit easier than the first. First one, you're just making sure you don't kill that baby. You're like watching over that baby the whole time.
And this
Second one,
what?
second one, a little bit more. You're like, okay, the baby can cry a little bit. But she's really in like that sleeping, eating, back to sleeping stage right now. So
That's the easy phase.
yeah. And then I got a toddler who's like sleeping pretty much through the night now. So
Awesome. That's always great.
yeah. So things aren't too bad right now. But we'll see as these podcasts go on when it gets difficult.
Yep. I'm gonna keep. Oh yeah, Vic should be joining us, everyone, shortly. He's over there setting off fireworks in his driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Texas time over here.
And he's on Texas time, but he's probably over there, Mr. Pyro himself over there probably bought a lot of fireworks. Yeah, I mean. But yeah,
What are
it's
you drinking over there, by the way?
well, what am I drinking on? Hold on one second.
You have a drink over there?
Yeah. Ah, you like
Oh,
that. Like the little sound over there. I'm drinking a whatchamacallit, I got something from the Hilton Head Brewery.
Nice.
Yeah, went over there to the brewery, and I believe I got a couple IPAs. This one I believe is what is it, J Street, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
pretty
like a
good.
what I got? I got a 6 Point Brewery Atomic Res New England style triple IPA. I'm going over here.
Ah,
This thing is
nice.
strong too. This is my second one today, and I think this one's it's 11% alcohol on
Oh
this
wow, you gonna be lit by the end of the night.
one. Yeah.
It's gonna be it's gonna make for interesting podcast then. Anytime
Well,
you get.
I don't know. This was on sale over at Brody's Liquor, I guess, because this one's brewed in New York. I guess they're not selling enough alcohol over there, so there's so much extra. That's what the guys at the liquor store were saying. So
New York,
yeah,
New York's not selling enough alcohol.
yeah, this is it's from Brooklyn over here. but yeah, they're like, oh, they got so much extra at this brewery now. They got this for cheap, so it was like 4 cans of this for like $6 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good
Usually it goes
deal.
for like 4 cans for like $8.
Oh, okay. Good
But
deal.
good stuff. This is probably the last one of this I'll be doing. I'll
All
change it.
right. All right. Well, yeah. So today's July 4th.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
I
What's
hear the fireworks over there. You probably hear the fireworks over here going on.
Yeah, I got fireworks going on right behind me. If I turn off the lights, you probably see all the fireworks going up in the air. I had one house. Last year we didn't have that many houses in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because they were still in the development. So we only had like 2 people that actually were setting off fireworks. Now I got a whole neighborhood built already. People moved in. So now I got a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, the only good thing is that, we just came back from Hilton Head today, actually. And we left Charlie in still boarded up because of the 4th.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
if
no
not,
Charlie yet.
yeah, no Charlie yet. He's in but the good thing is he's in like a business area over there down by Ben Meadows where there's not that many houses, so they're not going to be that many fireworks over there.
It'll be calm over there.
Yeah, and over here he'll just be going bonkers. You should see what I have to do, man. When these fireworks go up, no lie, fireworks, yeah, they're nice to see, but if you have a dog, bro, it's like the worst thing that ever happened, bro.
Sorry, I do see it behind you though.
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah, if I turn off the lights, you'll be seeing all of that.
No, I saw it a second ago. It was like red behind you.
Yeah. But having a dog with fireworks is like Armageddon, bro.
Yeah.
To them. So like, there's no lies. Like when you have a dog and with fireworks, they are scared shitless of those things, bro. Yeah, I mean, and part of me now, before like you used to hear like, oh, what people don't like fireworks, and that's the reason why dog owners hate fireworks, bro.
Yeah, they do. And it's like everybody that I've had who has a dog and fireworks, they don't mix well.
And I
Cats are
literally,
usually fine. Like,
yo,
my
what?
cat does fine.
Oh,
I don't even
yeah.
know where he is right now.
Well, see, cats, and that's the thing. Cats will go underneath and find a safe spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'll go underneath a chair or go behind the what's we'll call it the seats, the sofa, and they straight. Dogs, on the other hand, man, yo, I used to, no lie, because they pop fireworks for like every holiday. It seems like sometimes.
Yeah.
You have them for Memorial, but July 4th obviously is the big one. So I used to have to put a pillow on top of Charlie and then wrap him in a blanket just so that he wouldn't hear it, bro. And I used to have to hold him like that because if you move and let go, he'll hear it, and next he starts barking, going all crazy. And we the last 2 years we had Lena, and she was a lot younger, so we were worried that he was gonna wake her up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But right
The
now,
dogs aren't the brightest. It's not like they learn from year to year. They don't get desensitized to fireworks.
No, they don't.
Like every year, as fireworks come along again, they're like, "Oh crap!" But it is what it is, right?
Yeah, but so yeah, he's up in daycare or getting boarded. He's good. He's chilling. We'll bring him out first thing in the morning once all this madness is subsided.
Well, the good thing is the madness won't be too crazy because
Yeah,
people ain't going out. Bars are closed. Bars are at home, so it could be even crazier. Actually,
yeah,
I
it
feel like
could be
there's gonna be
crazy.
more. I feel like there's gonna be more DUIs probably tonight because of that.
Speaking of DUIs, I had my next door neighbor right before we went out to Hilton Head, bro. I'm driving right outside the complex, and I see a white Honda Pilot, and it literally T-boned uh, T-boned a pole. And I'm driving by. I'm like, Jen, I think that's our neighbor's car. And then we pulled up today, and we see that that same car busted up in his yard.
It was like right next to you, like next door.
Yeah, like right in front of us. Our neighbor
Well,
right
he
in
got
front.
lucky then. He didn't. The cops didn't get him.
Well, who knows? Who knows? I think you never know right there, man, because like with our neighborhood, I wouldn't be surprised if someone looked out their window, heard the crash and called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of old people over here, man. They're
Yeah.
looking for a reason to call the cops. And not to mention that we got like 3 cops in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's we'll call it? They had to reinforce the pole because he fucked that shit up, bro.
Yeah. So all your listeners out there, be careful with that drinking and driving. You don't want to be
Yes.
you don't want to be like Jeff Hardy.
Oh. Yo, Jeff Hardy, man. I don't know how he still has a license, bro. How many times he's gotten called, him and the Usos.
Yeah, the Usos, the other ones.
You know what I mean?
Usos, how are you guys still doing this?
Like the first thing that came to mind when the Usos got caught, I was like, where's Naomi in all of this? Why can't you just have Naomi drive? I can't blame it on you, Naomi, but or the first thing that comes up, I'm going to say, you guys got all this money. You guys could just Uber it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I Uber it now, bro.
And so why is it always the tag teams to keep doing this? These tag teams.
Yo, I Uber it. Well, we Uber it everywhere now.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, I'm not going to take that chance, bro.
Yeah, it's way cheaper to just Uber it.
Oh.
You're home.
So cheaper. So, yeah, but yeah, man. So not too crazy of a week in wrestling this week. I mean, breaking news wise.
Yeah, there's some good wrestling though. There was
some. Oh yeah.
Yeah, breaking news wise, it was nothing really.
Yeah, nothing. I think the only breaking news that I think in the beginning of the week and now it just crossed my mind. It was we found out that Jon Moxley wasn't going to be at the main event. He was going to be at Fyter Fest.
Yeah, but he's gonna be a Fight for the Fallen in
Yes.
2 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
So Fighter Fest continues next week, which I don't get. I guess they taped that all in one. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely did, but and getting into this week of wrestling, that was like the weirdest thing. You had the Great American Bash. It's 2 episodes.
Yeah, they did a 2 parts too. But then the Great American Bash, it was like then you put that up against that was last minute. They called it the Great American Bash,
Yeah,
and was it to piss off Cody? Was my
yeah,
thing like was it? And then Cody wears a shirt that's just like the Great American Bash. I'm like,
the
and
logo on the back. Yep.
yeah, and it's like back and forth between these two like companies.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going back and forth. I mean, I heard also that
But
that
you heard
W.
what Taz said about
Yeah,
about WWE too during his
yeah,
promo this week.
yeah, saying that they don't run a sloppy business.
Sloppy shop, yeah.
Yeah,
We're not a sloppy shop over here.
yep. But yeah, so like and it probably happened due to the rise in the COVID cases that were in Florida and at both of the Performance Center and AEW probably. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So like
So
let's do 2 episodes one day and then see what happens the rest of the time.
exactly.
Yeah.
But Cody, man, everyone knows that he wanted a Great American Bash for AEW, but if that's a WCW thing, WWE owns those rights. You ain't getting it unless you left on good terms with, or you're not competing against what's I'm gonna call it, Vince McMahon. But I heard also that what's I'm gonna call it, Vince McMahon's trying to trade something with trademarking Cody's name.
Oh, wasn't it like his last name or something? The way he
Yeah,
did it? Cody Rhodes.
yeah. So
He
he's
changed like that one though, didn't he?
yeah, but supposedly he's doing it again.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He's probably just trying to piss off Cody.
That's crazy. I mean, the crazy part is that you can't even wrestle with your own name because you essentially wrestled it in WWE and they probably trademarked it for you. And you
I
know what I
bet
mean?
it's more Triple H though, because Cody keeps going after Triple H. Even with that throne breaking and everything,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably Triple H doing this now because Triple H is running NXT too.
Yeah.
So it's probably Triple H doing this. Like, you want to mess with me? Like, I'll show you who's bigger right now.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And Triple H doesn't talk about Cody at all, but Cody wants to keep doing this stuff about like talking shit about him.
I
Breaking the
think
throne.
I think everyone is just keeping it too much. They're making too much of it.
Yeah,
So I don't think
I
that.
think I think Triple H is having fun with it now, and
Yeah,
I think Cody enjoys it too because you
yeah,
need some competition between each other.
yeah. So they know they're doing competition, but I think us as fans and other people as the beat writers, they're making too much of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So,
enjoying it. Like when I heard it was that Cody had busted open, he didn't care. He was like, oh, at least they're still honoring my dad.
yeah.
That was the thing. I think Dave LaGreca was more pissed off about it than Cody.
Oh man. All right. So let's see. I mean, let's get on talking. So what's gonna call it? Raw. Raw happened
Mhm.
this week. They opened up with Drew McIntyre. So it was hilarious because the way that they started off was completely unorthodox and different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was funny because we got a text from your brother and he was like, yo, can you check to see whether or not my DVR messed up or not?
Yeah.
Remember? And that was because they started off already brawling, which I liked. It was, I wasn't too confused because I was listening. So I guess that's how they started it off, and they brought all four
Hey,
four people.
give me a second.
Okay, no problem. All right, we're back. So yeah, so they started off good, man. I like the whole starting off with a brawl. They finally got it under control, and Dolph Ziggler and Drew gave some
Yeah.
good 1-2 promos. You know what I mean?
hmm
And it worked well in their case. You know what I mean?
And it does like but it's like I feel like, Dolph is just that guy that they're going to throw in there for a little bit.
I don't mind it because you know what, Dolph is a good competitor. I mean,
Yeah, and he throws on great matches.
Yeah, he still throws on good matches when he wants to.
But I just wish he got the push,
Yeah, I think everyone wished that he got the push.
Give him the title at some point. Don't make him be the guy that always loses.
Yeah, we could say that about a lot of superstars right now. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think Dolph mind because he gets to be in the main events and he makes his money what he needs to. So I think he's kind of in that space where it's like, all right, whatever you guys need me to do, I'll do it. I'll put on great matches, but I could care less on if I win or lose. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Yeah, I think you're the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he wishes that he could get a push. You know what I mean? But he's comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, just like you said, he'll get his money for being in the main events and having TV time. He's an extraordinary athlete. You know what I mean? He should have, and that's the thing. I mean, and not to say that I do not want them, I want them to take the belt off of Drew, but in certain cases, like this is when you have Brock Lesnar holding the title for so long, or you have another champion holding the title for way too longer than expected. You know what I mean? Because I like long title runs, but it's only when it should be like certain people, certain individuals.
Yeah. Well, right now, I feel like it's super slow. Everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you feel like I feel like Drew's held this title forever? Like, holy crap! I'm like, it's not. I don't know. I think it is missing that crowd factor.
Yeah.
Like the excitement that's there usually every week.
Yeah. And that's what it is. I mean, it's the it would have been the awesome pops that he would have received in all these different cities.
Yeah.
Every time he would have came out, people would have went bonkers for him. They would have been saying, "You deserve it," and all this other stuff.
And he's probably gonna lose the title before the fans can even come back. So,
if that, I don't see that happening.
I would just say take the title off of him now and let him win it back when the fans are back.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Give it back to like Dolph or something. Give it to Dolph now.
Yeah.
While it's boring and it sucks, wrestling, like pro wrestling, isn't the best thing to watch right now.
I mean,
unless you're watching Wednesday night.
Well, to be honest with you, if you really want to pull the ratings, do a surprise on title win. You know what I mean? Do a surprise title run.
Knock us with Dolph winning it.
You know what I mean? Do a swerve on us. Do a little swerve on us. You know what I mean?
Do it,
if you're really trying to up the ratings and all of a sudden people start winning other titles, people are going to be more interested. They're going to want to know, they're going to look in to see, okay, what's he going to say? What's going to happen? You know what I mean? That's way that you could play with those numbers. You know what I mean?
Because like right now it is predictable what's happening. So
pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty predictable, everything that's happening.
Yep, it is. That's the bad part.
That's the bad part. They try to like start off Raw with excitement and everything this week with like the brawl and everything. I'm just like, it
was different. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it was good to see that. I'm really excited about the Asuka and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Like I know they're probably going to keep it on Asuka.
They will, yeah.
But it would been some part of me is still saying it would be awesome to see Sasha and Bailey both with 2 belts for like, it doesn't even have to be that long. It just has to be like maybe a month. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be bad for me to see that, and then they could take it off of them. Someone causes the other one to lose the title, and then that's when they'll start the downward spark. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Or if they both win the title, then it's be like, I'm the better champion. No, I'm the better champion.
Yeah, something like that.
Make it happen at SummerSlam where they fight each other for titles,
or force them to fight each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
imagine if they had to defend the tag titles the same night. and
That would be
fight each other.
awesome. You know, you right now you just did you did another swerve that they could do, man.
No, they have to defend their tag titles in SummerSlam, and then they have to fight each other too for the titles.
You know what I mean? That's another swerve that you could do to add in, you know what I mean? And what someone call it, that would be
And
interesting.
then, oh, I can't say it. Oh, I was like, oh, then they cash in the Money in the Bank at the end, but Money in the Bank's already been done.
Yeah.
Austin already. Then whoever the Money in the Bank champion runs in.
Yo, you swerving too much, bro. You're swerving too much for the.
I'm like, wait, that's already been done. The Money in the Bank.
Well, we
Maybe
still.
maybe Otis will cash it in.
Well, that would.
He gives
Oh
it to Mandy.
no! How about the swerve like this? I mean, if we're already talking about swerves, how about Dolph wins it, right? Actually, well, no, he's on Raw now. Yeah, right. Then it wouldn't be he would have
Well,
to.
Otis can come winning on Raw.
Yeah, he could come and win it on Raw against whatchamacallit,
Dolph.
against Dolph. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Because like it could be like, Dolph wins it, and then Drew gets up, gives him a Claymore, and then Otis comes in.
Yep. That would whew. See, we're swerving all over, bro.
We're just throwing ideas at WWE,
something different, man. Something to get us a little bit more intrigued, because I know what you mean, man. It's just different not having the crowds out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're trying. They're trying to do so much. You know what I mean? I mean, some of it's working, but some of it I don't know yet. I don't know if it's working. You know what I mean? So something else that they're trying to do. I mean, yeah, the Big Show. Call out Randy Orton.
Yeah. Well, you know how this is going to end too. It's going to be this is just to get Big Show as the next legend who dies at the hands of Randy Orton. This
is what I think of it. Yep. That's what I think of it. Yeah, I mean,
we're done seeing Big Show. Why does he need to be back right now?
Yeah, I mean, and they're gonna go to the wrestlers that they could count on. They could count on Big Show being there.
Yeah, he'll do whenever. Like he is.
That's why we're seeing
bad shape. Like he's not in bad shape.
No, he's not. That's why. But that's why we're seeing a lot of Randy Orton. That's why we're seeing a lot of the Big Show, because these are veterans that they could count on. They know they live in Florida. You know what I mean? They know they're going to abide for all the rules. You know what I mean?
But I want to see Randy against Drew. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to see Randy against Drew for the title?
Yeah, but, it's going to be a slow push to that. Maybe, I could see where you could – I think they, after everything got discombobulated with Edge getting hurt. Yeah. Let's be real. So, that week – they had to think fast on thinking something. So there's just like, put in the Big Show. You know what I'm saying? So all these moves were on the fly stuff. Now you could have said, okay, well, Randy Orton could go over there and do that. But Randy Orton the week before, in his promo said that it's not about the titles. You know what I mean?
He did, yeah.
So then you're going to be like, oh, well, he's going against his word and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I think, this stuff was just thrown in to get it. But hopefully Drew and Randy will see maybe at SummerSlam. I wouldn't mind seeing that at SummerSlam.
Yeah, because we saw hints of that like a year ago, kind of, and it never happened. So it would be kind of cool to see that happen, though. Because I think they can put on a great match. And Randy hasn't lost one bit. Like, Randy still got it. He deserves the title again.
Okay, so during that segment, they had the Big Show come out, all right? And then you had Angel Garza and Andrade.
Yeah, they were pissed off because Big Show interrupted them.
Yep. And then you could all automatically see that was happening. But then they came out, and then the Viking Raiders came out, and then they ended up having a match. What are your thoughts on the whole Angel Garza and Andrade fiasco that they're trying to do?
I don't know. It's like, why keep them together as like, if you want to keep them as a tag team, just keep them as a group, as a stable. Like the whole stable that Selena had put together, it was going good for like a few weeks. Then it just kept falling apart, and I don't get why they don't like this group and they want to break it apart. Like, it was fine. I don't know what the problem was.
It was fine. I didn't have any issues with it. The only issues I ended up having with it is that you introduced this guys, and then all of a sudden, they were jobbing almost every week.
Yeah,
So they weren't as strong, but you could have made them stronger, you know. But the whole nonsense of them every week, you pick one, you know what I mean? Pick one of them, they'll get heated and leave, and she's literally having to mediate on the fly. It's just annoying.
yeah, and then now it's like less Selena on the mic too. I'm like, we were all enjoying Selena on the
Oh yeah,
mic.
she's
What
she's
happened?
awesome. Even when she was on commentary, she was good.
Yeah, so like, why did they even take that away? Like, we were all enjoying it. Now, the more that they break apart this team, the less she's gonna be on the mic.
Exactly. You know.
So, what was
So
the point of all this?
yeah, who knows where they're going with this, man? I mean, to be honest with you,
And that's where we're missing the fans on this too.
yeah,
Because if the fans were there, they would be cheering this on before, and
yeah.
this would never ended. What was going on?
Or it would have received the heat that it would have
Yeah.
it was yeah it would have received the heat that it generated with them going booing Selena Vega, both
But honestly, I think
females.
Selena would have been cheered though. I think Selena
Well,
would have been cheered.
it I don't think
It's gonna
she
be that Lana effect. Remember when Lana and Rusev were? When
yeah
Lana came out, it was like a lot of cheering. I think Selena would have gotten the same thing.
yeah, but I don't know yet. I mean, I think depending on the city, you know what I mean, and that's gonna that would that you have to hold that true too. If it's any simple city, they're not gonna do that, you know.
No, they're just doing it because she's hot. All the male fans out there are gonna be cheering. Like with Lana, no one liked her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just because she was hot. And
I
she,
That's what you think. I think differently. You know what I mean? So that's where we're gonna differ. I think it all depends on certain cities. You know what I mean? Where that'll happen.
on top of being hot, was she was skilled too on the mic.
Yeah.
So that gives like it's a respect thing too. So
All right. So Andrade and Garza end up winning this match against the Viking Raiders.
yeah.
All right. And next up, well, we really don't have to talk about this one. Akira Tozawa. Hold on. This is the garbage match of the week. That
That was a long flush right there.
was a long flush, but this was Akira Tozawa versus R-Truth. I
Yeah.
mean, we really don't have to talk about that match.
No, and it didn't make the Hulu cut either. So
And so whoever's editing Hulu, they know what to put on television, bro.
it didn't make the Hulu cut. So you're all good.
All right. So next after that, we had Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black and Humberto Carrillo. I'm pretty
Yeah.
much done with this. This is one of those where it's taken too long.
It's like why over and over again? Like we're done with this.
You know, this was this.
But this was
And
like the whole KO thing. KO
yes.
Seth Rollins.
Mhm.
It's like they don't know what to do with Seth Rollins, so let's make a storyline and just keep it going. And then let's throw Aleister Black in there again.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
and
it's
doesn't.
like Aleister Black and Humberto, wherever there's like any issues, they're going to be running on into it.
So I agree with you, man, 100% with that whole storyline, man. It's going on too long, and I'm over it. You know, it was a good match, though. Don't get me wrong. When you put all those four different superstars in it, it's going to make out for great matches all the time. But you get tired of seeing the same matches over and over
Yeah.
after a while.
By
All
the
right.
way, What do you think happened to Ricochet?
Ricochet, I can tell you why. Ricochet can't cut a promo for his life. You know what I mean?
And his partner Apollo Crews is gone on his own now.
What's more called it?
Because we were talking about like the Hulu breaks, and usually it's Ricochet and Apollo Crews, but now Ricochet ain't even on TV anymore.
That's Ricochet, man. That's funny that you're talking about that, fool. I mean, we know that he has athletic ability. He sounds too robotic when he's on the mic.
What I mean? Given him so many shots. Like we can't say they haven't given him a chance.
I gave him.
They've given him plenty.
But you know what? But maybe, and this is just coming from an interview that Edge did on Busted Open. He's saying that he's gonna be backstage trying to help the talent, right? And his number one thing that he says that he's gonna tell these superstars that they need to take acting lessons. You know what I mean? And Ricochet need to freaking be in staging 101.
It's an entertainment business. Like he can wrestle. We all know he can wrestle.
Yep.
But you gotta be able to entertain too.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't just ain't entertain Vince McMahon. You got to be able to get some ratings on TV. Like when Ricochet does talk, we all do get bored.
Yo, it is literally when Ricochet talks, and and I hate to talk bad about.
I know, I love the dude. Like I
love the dude. I love watching his matches. He does,
but he's not taking himself seriously.
Yeah, he reminds me of a young AJ Styles.
Yeah, and like AJ finally turned it around.
And it takes a while. He might need to go somewhere else and reinvent himself. Hopefully, someone tells him, "Hey, man, take some acting classes." You know what I mean? But when he's on the mic, it's literally like someone scraping at a blackboard, bro.
Well, it's like Apollo Crews too.
I'm like,
you give Apollo Crews like the mic. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
I'm giving. Well, I don't mind Apollo. Apollo. The more time he's talking, the more confident he is. I don't mind him.
But I want to and he's finally starting to get a little bit serious. Like, I want to see remember when Mark Henry turned heel mode when that final promo where he was like, I'm retiring, and he turned full on heel. I want to see that kind of shit.
Well, he was full on heel before that.
Yeah.
But that was an iconic moment right there for Mark. But
when Mark Henry did that, I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to someone's about to get hurt."
But we were talking about this months ago. I mean, we were just like, "Yo, Apollo just needs to." They were teasing this group, right? Teasing the group with MVP and Lashley and all this. They were teasing it. You didn't know where they were going to go with it. If it went down the right path, he would have joined the group. They would have had a nice little heel stable, and it would have been nice, and then Apollo could have been heel. He could have, I don't know. And I don't know if he has the character for it, but he could have added his 2 cents into it as a heel. Maybe he could learn. He could have learned from Bobby. He could have learned from MVP, of course. You know what I mean? And it would have been a little
later on, he could have turned on Bobby or something. Yeah. Apollo could have turned on Bobby, and then you'd have set up a match between Bobby and Apollo.
Yeah.
But I think Apollo he should have turned heel. Maybe it'll come too. It might come,
I think you're thinking too much into that, bro. That ship has sailed and it's gone.
No, I think it might come after he loses the title, and then MVP's I told you so, bro.
No, it should have already happened. I mean, if you think about it, right? The heel turn was set up perfectly once he got screwed out of Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
It was set in place right there. And that's why I felt that he should have went heel at that moment, because it was set up where he got screwed out of it. He could have came back and just went full on heel, and people would have been like, well, it's understandable. He got screwed out of his Money in the Bank opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's I don't know whose idea it is to give him face, but I feel like there's more coming. I feel like they're gonna make him lose that title, and then he's gonna finally be like, I'm gonna turn heel and be like, you're right, MVP.
I
I should have
think
listened to you.
I think he's gonna turn heel, but he's gonna turn heel in a if that let's say if that were to happen, let's say he lose the belt to MVP, right? And it was off of like, MVP telling her I told you so. I don't see him going heel, like full on heel. I think he might do something heelish, maybe by attacking Bobby Lashley and attacking MVP, but I don't see him going full on heel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's not saying he's gonna lose the title to MVP. I'm thinking he could lose to someone else. And
Yeah.
then MVP was like, you should have stuck with me. I would have got you that championship and kept that championship.
So
And MVP helps him with the title. Like, who knows? But it's we'll see what happens in the future. We don't know. But
next up we had Ruby Riott. And I felt that they dropped the ball on this. You know what I mean?
don't worry, that was deleted from Hulu too.
Oh, it was? Hold on. We got
Hulu knows when to delete it.
Hulu knows when to delete these things, bro. But call it? It deserves a hold on. There you go. Doo-doo segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Ruby Riott with the Iconics, I felt that it would have been if they're probably gonna, do this long term. You know what I mean? It would have been cool to see maybe Liv, maybe not even help her out, but maybe look from far and see what's happening to her friend. You know what I mean? They're probably gonna play this out. It'll probably happen this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I gotta say, they dropped the ball on Liv Morgan though. It's like now they're putting him back with Ruby. I'm like, oh my god.
To be honest with you, I'm glad that is over with. They
could have made Liv great with all the promos that they were doing for the girl, and then they put in this lesbian angle with Lana.
Well, okay. If we're gonna go back and look at the whole reintroduction of Liv, they cut all these promos, and it was like, okay, it was interesting. She's gonna be on a different thing, right? And then you're right. They introduced her on that segment and completely forgot about it. So everyone was already through.
And I don't know why they did that. I think they were just trying to. They were only worried about the Rusev, Bobby, and Lana angle. So like, okay, let's just throw this in there.
Yeah.
Let's throw Liv in there.
Yeah.
Because we already throw these sexual things out there. Let's just throw this into there. I'm like,
it was too much. It was already enough just with the whole Bobby and Lana thing. But
I remember I was hoping Liv would have been part of the Bray Wyatt's whole clan thing.
Well, that was way before. That was a long time ago when you thought about it.
But that was when she went off of TV for a while. And she shaved and everything. I thought she was gonna come back with Bray.
Mm-hmm. So with Liv, I'm the same way. If we really are gonna talk real, I mean, Liv, she has the look, she has the personality, but you still don't know that. Still don't know much about Liv. I mean, Liv is pretty bland. Her promos are bland. She is also another person like Ricochet who could use some acting classes. You know what I mean?
They made her bland too, but in NXT, I'm not gonna lie, she was bland in NXT too. Remember, she was like the Jersey Shore girl.
Yep. So that's the thing. She's too bland, man. You're not gonna go far.
The most personality she had was when she was in the Riot Squad.
Yes.
That was the most personality she had.
Yes.
But they just made her like Harley Quinn.
I don't mind that. She could have rolled with the whole Harley Quinn thing for like years, and then eventually, as she.
That's honestly why I thought it would have been great for her to hook up with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been good together, the two of them, because she would have fed off of Bray Wyatt's acting too, and that could have been great for the two, both of them. Yeah. But it didn't happen.
But she We'll see. I mean, what happens with her? I mean, it looks like they're going to bring her back with the whole Riot Squad, and they're going to join her back, which I don't mind. And I mean, it's another tag team that could go for the women's tag team title. You know, I didn't mind the Riot Squad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's only gonna be two of them.
Yeah,
Sarah Logan's gone.
exactly. I didn't mind those two. Uh, to be honest with you, out of the Riot Squad, these are the two that intrigued me, that caught my eye. You know, Ruby Riot, out of all of them, had the best skills in the ring. You know what I mean? She had the promo, she had the look. You know what I mean?
Got injured.
Yes. What some will call it, Liv. I think everyone, you know, it's all about looks with Liv. You know, it's all about looks. I mean, she wasn't the greatest wrestler. You know what I mean? Same thing with Sarah. Sarah Logan was the mute of the group. You know what I mean?
Liv is a better wrestler than a lot of the girls on the women's group. Like, you know, like she's better than Dana Brooke. Right?
I don't know. I think Dana Brooke could the problem with Dana Brooke is
better than Lana.
Oh yeah, well Lana's not a wrestler. She's just a valet. Yeah, I mean, that is so I mean, you really can't. If you're talking about the girls, she's on the bottom, bro, because she doesn't compare to any of the other women that are there. The iconic.
They got rid of a good amount of them. Like Sarah Logan was worse than her.
Yeah, but you're talking about Sarah Logan's right in her group that she was in before, right? Then you had Lana, but she's a valet, all right?
Well, so, like I say, Liv Morgan's in a different time. Like if you look like if the Liv Morgan was 10 years ago, she would have been one of the better ones.
Yeah, but
the group of women there are now and the group of women that are coming up.
Yeah, she has no competition. She has no chance. You cannot just be a good face.
No, you can't.
You know?
And, you know, with EO and Rhea, all these girls coming up right now. Yeah, you know? Yeah.
And she can't even be, so let's say, you know, they're keeping her around because she has a nice look, right?
They'll get rid of her though.
They'll get rid of her because you know why? Because you know, once a person, you know, they say, okay, well, he has a look for it, right? Can they talk on the mic? Yeah. You put him as a manager or some type of person back, some type of personality. She doesn't have that.
Yeah. And I was like, you know, like someone like, remember like Emma, she was over. She got so kicked out of WWE.
But Emma, to me, I was over with Emma though.
Yeah, Emma was part of the big women's revolution. She was the one. Her and Paige actually were the ones that started it.
I was big on Emma because I liked the geeky, quirky things that she did. You know, she also could put on a match.
Wrestler. Like I remember watching her wrestle. I'm like, holy crap, this girl can wrestle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She put on good matches, but yeah, you know, there are a lot more competition with the women coming up right now. So
that's your love.
Liv's gonna have to reinvent herself.
Exactly. That's your love for Liv. Way too much, bro.
I know. I just feel bad for her because it's just so much competition right now. Yeah. And the girl is talented, but she's, you know, she had chances, but I think the writers killed her chances of being over. And I don't think it was her fault. I think the writers did it.
All right. So next up, we had the Big Show versus Andrade and Angel Garza. All right. Yeah. So this was
stupid. All I can say was really leading to Andrade and Angel fighting.
Yep, pretty much.
So they're gonna have like a little, you know, thing going on now.
Mm-hmm.
But it really did nothing. It was just stupid.
Yeah.
Let's just throw a Big Show as much as we can on this show because we have no other wrestlers in a 3-hour show. So let's make these two guys wrestle again too.
Yep. So we're not going to spend too much time on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That deserves a doo-doo portion of Raw.
Yeah.
You know, that we already gave a couple of doo-doo portions for the week, man. I mean, Raw is not looking like
we don't need to see these guys. Like it's the same shit every single week with all these wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Raw just sucks. You know, it's
So
the
yeah,
worst show
I
every
mean,
week right now.
we had the next up. We had Apollo Crews versus MVP.
And haven't we seen this before?
Well, we probably yes. MVP came out with the win on this one though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Previously, Cruz beat him. You know what I mean? And that's where this whole fiasco ended up happening afterwards. Then we had Cruz won, Lashley came in, and then you had Ricochet and what's his face? Cedric Alexander come out. Then you had Lashley versus Ricochet afterwards. You know what I mean? And he gets he gets demolished again. I think didn't that happen?
Yeah.
All right. So then we go to the main event, man. I mean, the main event it had Drew McIntyre and Oscar versus Sasha Banks and Dolph Ziggler. You know, it was a pretty all right match. You know what I mean? I don't really like the whole the intergender portion with WWE's intergender, you know, because then the female has to tag in, and then the others. I just don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
if you can,
like let it happen. You know, let them fight.
mm-hmm.
But
So surprise win, man! Surprise win at the end, man. You had Banks and Ziggler won. You know what I mean? And they defeated Oscar and McIntyre.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I was kind of surprised with that match. You know what I mean? I thought they were just going to give it to Oscar and Drew, but, you know, they swerved it on us. You know what I mean? They swerved it. Swerved it on us, bro.
Well, it's a much needed swerve. I think, you know, you don't want to see the same people win over and over again. So,
Yeah.
hey, so I got to break some news again.
Oh.
So, you know, with Hulu, they did drop Ricochet. That's why I didn't know Ricochet fought this week.
All right, come on, hold on 1 second.
And I was like, you said Ricochet fought? I'm like, I thought he didn't fight. That's what I said earlier. I'm like, I didn't think Ricochet fought today. I'm like, where the hell Ricochet been?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
But I'm not gonna lie, they took Apollo out too. Apollo MVP was cut out of Hulu this week too.
Oh man, Hulu, man. Hulu.
Do we have to say the BLM movement?
I don't know if it was that, you know. I mean, they have a storyline going on with these guys, you know, and I'm thinking
You just cut all the black people out.
Yo, are you saying that
Ricochet isn't black actually. So Ricochet is actually what? He's just white, isn't he? From Kentucky.
I don't know what he is.
I'm pretty sure he's just white. He's a white man. Ricochet. No, he is from Kentucky.
Just because he's from Kentucky doesn't mean that he's. Oh my god!
I'm pretty positive though. I like looked this up before.
No.
But do you see the people that they cut out? I'm like,
yeah. I mean, they also cut out. They cut out. It's hilarious, man.
Paul Cruz is kind of the U.S. champion.
Yeah.
You really cut the U.S. champion out of your Hulu product.
Mm-hmm. I actually didn't mind the whole fiasco. I mean, it was pretty much written in stone. Like I knew there were going to be interruptions with everyone, so I could see where the editor of Hulu says, whatever, you know. Yeah. So, but I didn't mind it too much. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't really any. I mean, I didn't gain too much. I mean, I think the only reason why I stayed locked in the beginning was because of Cedric and MVP, because you know MVP was out there, and I love always hearing MVP on the mic because it's just, you know, he's just flawless when it comes to.
He is. He really is.
And I was intrigued to see how Apollo Crews was going to respond, and it didn't really do me any favors. You know what I mean? It really didn't do me any favors. He sounded garbage as always.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
So,
and like it's funny, like with MVP too, he's doing a lot on social media with Bobby too right now. Like I don't know if you saw the one video they were walking into a restaurant and some guy bumped into MVP. Like Bobby Lashley ended up grabbing him, throw him against the wall.
oh wow.
Yeah. So they're both doing a ton of stuff on like social media too, the two of them together. So good for them.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
What would you get a rating on Raw though overall?
I would have to say, let's see, what someone call it. I would have to give them a C.
Yeah, I'm the same. Probably my highlight of the night was probably the last match.
Yeah, my highlight of if you think about it, my highlight was the last match. I was intrigued to see how that was going to play out, but and it wasn't even a highlight, because I was in the middle of the match. Like I said, I was getting heated because I don't like the whole, where all of a sudden the female and the male come. So I was just like, it's not the same.
Yeah. And the thing about, so I do want to complain about, the big thing is like Full Sail University compared to, like, we'll talk about AEW in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like the fans that they have set up, like these NXT like wrestler wannabes like that are training.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like what AEW has set up. Like AEW has like wrestlers that are showing their own gimmick while they're there.
Yeah.
They're living up to their gimmick. These NXT guys that are like trying to be there, they're overdoing their celebrations.
Yeah, they are.
It's stupid. Like the AEW guys that are there are staying in character. This is their character. We're not going to celebrate. We're not going to cheer on the wrestlers.
Well, it's something different. I mean, I think WWE is just trying, when there was no one out there, it was just like, I don't know, it had a dead feeling to it. You heard everything,
Yeah.
They had to compensate not having any fans by then amplifying what the wrestlers were saying in the ring. So I get where you're at. I get what you're saying. That sometimes
there's a difference. Like,
yeah,
you feel it.
But they're trying to act like crowds. I mean, I'm not really paying too much attention to those guys.
I just get annoyed. I watch them like they're overdoing it out there.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't mind them doing
they're
these
banging on the glass and everything. I'm like, come on, that's a little bit too much.
Hey, they got to make some noise, man. They got to make their money somehow.
No, but they're trying to get noticed. That's what they're trying to do. It's just a different feel when you watch the AEW, which the product is okay in AEW, but I do like the environment that they have going on over there.
Yeah. No, I get you. They are overdoing it a little bit, But how can you? I mean, you don't know none of these people.
Yeah.
You only know a handful of them. So.
But now I don't want to know them. Like if I see that face, celebrating, or they're dancing over there, I don't want to know them. I'm like, man. I'm annoyed by you now.
All right. So which one you want to go on to next? Do you want to do NXT or Fyter Fest?
Let's do Fyter Fest.
Fyter Fest. All right. So, I was watching this and I was talking to Jen saying, hey, this is where me and Shaji were about a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were over there in Daytona watching the Fyter Fest.
Yeah.
So it kind of brought back memories, you know what I mean? It came up on my memories on Facebook. I didn't repost it, but yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, totally. Like it brought back those memories. I'm like, crap, I went to Fyter Fest and I went to Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, no, you went.
Like all right next to each other right now.
Yep.
This Fight for the Fallen was just wasn't it January or something of that year?
Huh?
When was Fight for the Fallen?
Fight for the Fallen was a couple of weeks afterwards because I couldn't go to Fight for the Fallen with you because that coincided with my my New York trip.
Yeah, because Jordan went. My wife went with me for that one.
Yeah, that happened right after. I was heated because I wanted to go to that too.
Yeah.
Anytime there's wrestling in Jacksonville, I feel like I have to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I gotta Fight for the Fallen. This Fyter Fest, I gotta give it to Chris Jericho. Man, that guy is great on commentating.
Oh,
he
yeah.
is awesome.
Well, that's why they have him out there, man. I mean, he does an awesome job.
I loved every bit of it. Like, if it wasn't for him commentating, I don't think I'd be so much into this show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love this show because of Chris Jericho's commentating.
Mm-hmm. All
and
right.
when he stopped commentating, I was kind of over it.
All right. So, as we explained earlier, Fight for the Fyter Fest is broke down into 2 days. All right. So, they definitely did that due to the whole coronavirus happening in Jacksonville and the added stipulations, But let's see. Let's go on with the show. They started off with MJF and Wardlow versus Jurassic Express.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the match?
My thoughts was on MJF's robe that he came out with. I was like, what the fuck is that shit? It's like a little pink robe that he came out with.
So,
honestly, the match was pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie. Wardlow did impress me more now.
Yeah.
He is impressing me more and more. Like, he's not as green as I thought he was. His matches are getting better. And I feel like he's working out too. He's doing some squats. He's getting his bicep curls, getting those chest presses in. His body's getting a little bit better too. So, I think Wardlow has been listening to all the comments that I've made over like the past few weeks. And, I'm happy. Yeah. So,
oh man, there you go. Shots fired.
You're welcome, Wardlow. I made a difference for you in this company.
But Wardlow, the week before when he had that match with Luchasaurus,
yeah,
that's where it started with me because you started seeing moves that he started doing. He started doing some high flying, some big spots. This match, he proved it again. Luchasaurus, same. I think these past 2 weeks, just seeing these guys, it's like, man, these guys deserve a little bit much more than what they've been given.
Yeah.
And
it's funny. So like I was listening, it was Cody's birthday interview on Busted Open, and Cody said something that really hit me about Wardlow. So, they asked, Cody who they think is the next up and coming, like wrestler. And he said Wardlow. And he said Wardlow because he's actually a natural athlete. He doesn't take anything. Like, so he's pretty much saying the dude doesn't take any steroids.
Yeah.
Like other wrestlers, around do. So that's why, like, if you, it made sense when you don't think he looks like super ripped or anything. He's just a natural athlete who's not taking any supplements or steroids, anything like that. And he's still that big. The dude is that big and that much of a freak,
With me,
it was kind of cool that Cody said that,
And he's only going to get better with time. I mean, when I watch Wardlow in his first couple of matches, maybe it's because he was a little bit nervous and he didn't know how to command the ring. But in this one, Luchasaurus and Wardlow, I think Wardlow, just like you, I came out even more impressed with him.
Yeah, I think Luchasaurus, though, I think he's gonna be a beast. Like, I've known that dude since he was on like Big Brother, the reality show, and he had a pro wrestling passion then. but the guy can wrestle.
Yeah, he can.
Luchasaurus can wrestle, and you saw,
All right,
well,
so let me tell you, are they going to try to break this group up already, man?
I don't think so. I think Luchasaurus is going to be.
No, I'm not talking about the Luchasaurus. I'm talking about what happened in this match with MJF and Wardlow.
I don't see it happening yet. I think it's eventually going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or Wardlow's going to have enough of MJF. I think Wardlow needs MJF right now.
Yeah.
I think eventually it will happen though. Like it's too early for it.
All right. I'm
You
just
got to build
wondering
up
because
to that.
that's what they showed at the end of the match, and that's what I came off with.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, are they trying to break this group up, or is this the beginning? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think AEW does things a little bit better where it's not a quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna let it for a few weeks happen.
So, it was a good match to start off this show.
It was great, yeah.
You
I was
know?
happy with it.
It was a good match. I definitely it was big.
Yeah.
Next up we had Hikaru Shida versus Penelope Ford.
I was impressed by Penelope Ford. That girl can wrestle. That girl can wrestle. And like she needs that title sooner or later. I don't think she's ready just yet, but she totally impressed me with her abilities. And we've been talking about the past few weeks, how Penelope Ford, wow, what she is doing. She's got the look, and then she can wrestle too. So I am impressed by Penelope Ford.
Yes. It's sad that they jumped to this too soon because, like, when you think about it, they could have really used this match until they could have used Penelope towards the end.
Yeah.
And maybe becoming an actual real big time challenger to Shida.
Yeah.
Because just like you, I've been very impressed with Penelope Ford. And it's that gymnastics background that she has. She is just spot on doing all these nice high spots, and I'm just like, wow, she actually could do good. I think her personality needs to come out a little bit more when she's with what's his face. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, it's like we don't even know the guy's name.
Kip Sabian.
Oh, that's pretty sad when Penelope Ford is like the big deal.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, like when you look at Kip Sabian, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at Kip Sabian, bro. I'm looking at Penelope Ford in her outfit. You know what I mean?
But like Kip Sabian, he has nothing special about him anymore.
Nah, he doesn't.
Penelope Ford is what makes him special.
Yes, and we need it. We need her.
Remember Lana Rusev in the beginning?
Yes, That's how it was in the beginning.
Rusev had to get away from that in order to become special.
Yeah. So, what's gonna call it?
But unlike Lana, Penelope Ford can actually wrestle.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
That is a huge difference. And Penelope Ford, I mean, now that we have two of their big time women out on injuries with Kurt, what's her name? Skirtlander, whatever.
Yeah.
And also the dentist, Britt Baker.
Britt Baker, yeah.
They're
She's still there, though. She's still doing her thing.
Oh, no, she's still doing her thing, but she's not going to be wrestling anytime soon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and that's where, I felt that you needed someone to come up and stand out. Penelope did that.
And she did it. And everyone loved it. That's the thing. Everyone loved it. So
I agree. It was an awesome match.
I mean, you heard that Nyla Rose returned like next week or something?
Yeah. So we'll see where they go with the women's division. They're not as deep as WWE, but they got some rising people. They still have Nyla. They got Hikaru Shida. Penelope Ford has made a presence.
Yeah. She took advantage of the situation and did it.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. So let's go next match, man. Cody versus Jake Hager.
I I gotta say, this was probably a match of the night for AEW. I really did enjoy this match, and it came out with Jake Hager looking strong too at the finish. So I did enjoy this match a lot. Like, I wouldn't have minded if Jake Hager won the title here, but they didn't want to give it to him just yet. But I think it was a
He's
good
also
finish.
he's also battling issues too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not gonna want to give a person that has skeleton in his closets.
Hey, but he came out with his wife, right?
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did come out with his wife and nice and strong with her. But he had a strong finish in that match and punching out the ref and everything at the end. I thought that was a good idea. Might get him suspended for a little bit. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But I thought it was a great match. What did you think?
It wasn't the best match of the night for me. The best match of the night for me was the main event.
The tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but this one I was so I'm such a Cody fan, you know what I mean? But his last two performances, man.
I don't think, and I think for him, like, he doesn't need Dustin running in. He doesn't need a coach. All this extra stuff with Cody. Cody doesn't need that. I don't know why he has this extra stuff.
Yeah.
But he can do it without it. I don't know why. Why do you need Arn Anderson in your corner?
Yeah.
Or why you're a face. Like, you don't need Arn Anderson, and then you don't need your brother running in. Beat the guy fairly.
So I liked when they first started doing the whole Arn Anderson, I thought it was intriguing. But now, just like what you just said, he helped him win this match. All right. You had his brother get an interference. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I were to talk about now how I feel about Arn, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind him being like someone different, and they could have done like maybe promos where he doesn't have to be in the right there at ringside. You know what I mean? He could be like, I don't know, maybe they could be sitting around talk. Hold on 1 second. Vic's coming into the group.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like, for me too, it was like, so you had Jericho sitting over there at the commentator's table, and he's boys with Hager, and you still let this happen, Yeah. So Jericho didn't run down and try to make something happen or stop your boy from getting beat up, Like, what was Jericho should have had a role in this match. Or we'll even talk in the next match too. Like, your next boys, they lost too, So where is Jericho with his crew? He should be helping them out a little bit, but instead Jericho's in a whole different storyline.
Yeah, with I've gotten tired of having Arn over there.
But don't you think Jericho should have went there and punched Arn or something? Or I don't know.
No,
Jericho's close by. Why not him get involved in this?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, he should have gotten involved some type of way. At the same time,
and then Hager's celebrating like he thought he won the end of the match.
And he's hearing Cody's music, which is
I'm like, how the fuck are you celebrating? Cody's music's going on. Are you stupid right now?
I thought that was weird too. Him celebrating while hearing Cody's music. I was kind of like, bro, that's not your music. Why are you celebrating? Cody, in his last couple of matches, he's winning matches in weird fashions.
Yeah.
So he won this match in a weird fashion by rolling him up. You know what I mean? All right, we're getting joined by our other hooligan. He got done with becoming a pyro.
Yeah. Fireworks spectacular over here.
Fireworks spectacular.
It's like fucking Macy's Day Parade over here. I can't really. What was it?
Oh, I got. It was just people laughing for your joke.
Wow. I forgot my microphone downstairs. Do you need it? I mean,
Nah,
did you?
you're coming out clearly.
No, I
You're,
mean,
Yeah,
the
but who
last
knows
few.
when they're.
Did it make a difference?
But what do you think when the podcast comes out?
I don't.
He probably needs a mic.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I
I'm
mean,
about to talk about. I want to talk about Jack Hager, his
Jake.
wrestling gear.
Oh,
Jake Hager's wrestling gear. I was not a fan of that wrestling gear either. Like, you should have some kind of name on your butt or something. Like, it looks like you're wearing like blue, like boxer briefs or something.
boxer briefs or bicycle shorts.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, you don't have money for like a specialized like wrestling gear.
yeah.
And the blue isn't very, you probably should wear like black or something.
Well, for his stature, those kind of shorts don't really fit him. Like, he's not like he's a tall, lanky guy. So I mean, he shouldn't be wearing shit like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it
If he had more
wasn't
muscle on
like
him, maybe if he
wrestling
looked like
gear.
Bobby Lashley or something, it would work. But
Yeah, but he's got no body for it. Like,
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know what I mean? But what's we call it? So yeah, so we were talking about Vic. We were talking about Cody and Jake Hager's match and how Jake Hager was celebrating while hearing Cody Rhodes' music.
yeah, I mean, AEW's usual, no attention to detail.
But I was telling Jacob, I think this was my favorite match of the AEW Fyter Fest so far. Yeah, I enjoyed this match a good bit.
I mean, I thought the finish was creative, but I mean, Cody doesn't really know how to sell, as you know. I think Hager was okay, but Cody, I don't know, his selling ability, he doesn't really know how to sell that good.
Yeah, I
and
think this is Cody's bad match, but I think for Hager, he looked pretty good in this match. I think it put him over by the end.
Hold on 1 second. We gotta stop. Vic, what you drinking on?
I'm still working on this bottle from
Still
I
working.
only drink this during the podcast, so
I know.
I leave it upstairs.
All right, just making sure you're bringing it out.
Yeah,
But
halfway done. So this is like 4 podcasts right here.
so,
1.75.
So I was talking to the Shaji, and I told him that Cody, he's had these different type of finishes in his last couple of matches.
Yeah, I think he just goes and makes sure he has a good finish, and the rest of the match he just like calls it in the ring.
Yeah, and I was telling him that his actual in-ring stuff just hasn't been hitting these last 2 matches. You know what I mean?
And I think the problem is when he's trying to put over other wrestlers, his matches aren't good. If he's just trying to have a match, like the last match was against Archer before this, and he was trying to put Archer over. He's trying to make him look good.
Yeah.
Well, then he doesn't have a good match. This match, he was trying to make Hager look good, so he didn't have a good match again.
Good
so
point.
When he doesn't have to make someone else look good, he has a great match.
That's a good point.
If he has a match, his job isn't to make somebody else look good, then he has a great match. But when he has to do that, that's where we're seeing the issues. And Archer was one, and Hager is one.
Yeah.
And Archer looked still terrible when he did face Cody. But Hager looked good in this match. I'm not going to lie. I thought, Hager did a good job overall.
I hate when Cody overuses his finish. It was like, I mean, in WWE, they only do that at WrestleMania. I mean, over here is like every fucking show. So what's the point?
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Arn Anderson lets them do that too. He's like Arn Anderson is like a big old school kind of guy. So
yeah, but he doesn't need Arn. Like I was saying that too. He doesn't need Arn Anderson. He doesn't need a coach. He needs to go out there by himself, or with just Brandy. Just come out with your wife.
Yeah, because he pretty much had no Arn Anderson to get all the way over here. Why would he have Arn Anderson now?
The coach's thing is stupid.
I think Cody likes giving those old guys jobs.
Yeah. But this is what I was telling him. I was like, they could don't have them out there during your matches. You could cut promos in between with Arn Anderson, where he's still influencing you, Like maybe being he doesn't have to. You don't have to give him a role saying that he's the coach. You know what I mean? You could have where, he sits down with Arn Anderson. He's like, yo, Arn, I got this match coming up. You know what I mean? What do you think about this guy? And you could do it totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the guy, he like talks to you and say, hey man, you gotta be, give him his promo, give him.
These are the things to watch out for,
Yeah, exactly. Do something like that. You don't have to give him this title. You don't have to have him go out there with freaking a Denny's menu.
Yeah, he's like, I'm reading plays. I'm like, who the fuck does that?
The Waffle House menu. That Jericho says.
Exactly. You don't have to have him out there like that.
What was the point of
like there's probably Arn Anderson's idea to have himself have a waffle menu, like, in front of his face. That's probably why he got fired from WWE. Those kind of stupid ideas that he was throwing at Vince McMahon. Oh, this guy needs a coach. And he's probably trying to prove that it works here.
Well, he got fired.
Why he got fired?
He got fired for WWE for letting Alicia Fox go to the ring drunk.
Yeah.
He was the agent of that match, and she went out drunk, and I guess it was a house show, so nobody saw it on TV.
Show.
And it's an old school Arn.
All right, so let's go to the next match. I mean, next match was a number one contender for the tag team titles. It was Private Party versus Santana Ortiz, and it was all right match. I really wasn't into it as much. I got into it towards the ending, because I wanted to see the whole scenario that's going to play out with why the hell was Matt Hardy there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the big thing, like, so Matt Hardy's got all these like different, what is he, like, bipolar and everything. He's got all different gimmicks and
all different personalities.
Yeah, and like, one of them is like, being like a mentor to Private Party right now, which I'm not a huge fan of Private Party. I like Santana Ortiz. I like that whole thing. The whole Private Party thing, that just is like, a rip off of our WWE gimmick.
I don't mind Private Party. I mean, when we saw their match at Fyter Fest, we came out definitely intrigued last year with Private Party. We were like, yo, who the hell are these guys? I think that sale has already shipped.
Yeah.
And
so
it's like, Private Party was up and coming, but now they're trying to incorporate them into this.
Well, I think the whole big thing with Fyter Fest was they're trying to show how many great tag teams they have. Because a lot of the talk about this whole night was all the amazing tag teams.
That's true. They talk about it a lot during this.
Yeah.
I think pretty much the Matt Hardy thing is, Cody trying to team up an old guy with a young guy again.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. All throughout every match you'll see that.
Yep.
And we're about to talk about that with Taz and Brian Cage.
Yep, same thing.
So,
which and I see what they're trying to do with Private Party, and it's saying he's trying to say that he's mentoring them, and they look like a young Hardy Boys.
They don't.
I didn't think they did, but maybe he thinks about them because of how and stuff that we don't see behind the scenes, like how much love they have for the business. We can't question that. They're not high flyers like we thought when we first saw the Hardy Boys. You know what I mean? But they're probably just a young group that has extreme love for the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
because they're already super young, so
yeah,
there's potential there.
Yeah.
They
know how to put on a good match when given the opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't think Santana and Ortiz was a good play for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they did. You they mentioned that they trained together before.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, so Santana and Ortiz were like their mentors, kind of.
Ah.
So they trained in the same wrestling school, and Santana and Ortiz were like the older ones in there.
I mean, that's believable, but not Matt Hardy.
Yeah. So Santana and Ortiz and Private Party all trained together before.
I mean, you know what it is? It's a high praise that Matt Hardy has for Private Party. And it's going to, certain people are going to look at it differently. other people are going to look at it like, oh, what, these guys are supposed to be the new best thing that you guys are trying to say, and people are going to either hate it or love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might think it's deserving for another tag team group that they feel that is a better tag team group, but we can't, Matt Hardy chose them, you know what I mean? So he must have some input into it, you know what I mean?
Oh, they're kind of the only tag team left that needs somebody.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, everybody else is involved.
They really are the only tag team that needs somebody.
All right, so let's see. What was next? We had these guys. Oh, you had the Brian Cage, right?
Yeah, Taz, Brian Cage promo.
You wanted to talk about Brian Cage, right?
Yeah, what is Brian Cage is my question. Like, Taz is like running the show. Hopefully we see more out of Brian Cage in the next few weeks. I think Brian Cage, like I was reading on Twitter, listening on Busted Open, there was so much it was just so much criticism at Brian Cage for his non-existence in that promo. Every promo, it's like Taz is taking over. Even Brian Cage's song has Taz in the beginning of it.
Does it? I didn't even hear.
Yeah. His theme music has Taz talking in it.
Yeah, it does.
And then his colors, like he wears his like Taz colors. So it's like everything Taz is going on Brian Cage. So it's like, but Taz is amazing. His promo skills, like, it was great. Everything he said on there. He took a shot at WWE too during it. But like all Brian Cage did was stand in the background.
So
I mean, it's not like the Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar dynamic, because Brock Lesnar's actually hopping around and looking intimidating. Brian Cage.
I think that's what they feel that they could use with Brian Cage. And when they started doing all this nonsense, I was like, okay, so Taz is going to be Paul Heyman to Brian Cage.
Well, Brock Lesnar comes out, ready to, fight. This guy is dressed up like he's going to the club or something.
Yeah, I think it was what Jericho said. Yeah, this guy's always got his shirt off. All of a sudden, he comes to the ring. Now he's got a shirt on. Because this guy, that's what I think it was Jericho that said it. All the time, I see this guy with a shirt off, and then all of a sudden, he comes down to the ring, shirt on.
So I'm gonna say this. This week, he came. The jeans were a little too tight. The shirt was a little too tight, but in his all the other promos, right? It was right after a match. All right. So it was different, so they started building that whole Paul Heyman versus the Machine type vibe. You know what I mean? This one didn't come out as strong. And I feel that Brian Cage, is he going to have a voice or not?
Yeah.
Are they gonna do the Brock Lesnar effect on him? You know what I mean?
And I think he needs a voice too. Like don't you think he needs to say something? Like Brock will take that mic every once in a while and say something.
Yeah.
And when he does, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but how is that really impressive though?
Yeah. But you are intimidated when Paul Heyman talks and you see Brock in the background. You're intimidated that whole time. You're still watching Brock. But when you watch this promo with Taz and Brian Cage, all your like eyes was on was Taz. And it might be because how wide Taz is. Taz is a wide man. Like he is super wide. Like I don't know if you like notice how wide he was compared to
what I think also what happens is that Taz is normally in front of Brian Cage.
Yeah.
If they're side by side, it could be different. If Brian Cage puts on different faces, you know what I mean? Like his facial expression while he's over there is not as intimidating as Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is over there. He's like,
yeah, he looks like he's ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to kill someone. With Brian Cage, he's over there like, you know what I mean?
I did like
different other facial expression.
You guys are busted open this week, and Bully Ray was like, Brian Cage is more badass and bigger than Brock Lesnar. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, you put Brian Cage and Brock Lesnar together.
Well,
Brock
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's bigger. Isn't he bigger? He's bigger and muscular, but he's not badass.
No, I think Brian Cage is more muscular and toned than Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar's brute strength is way better than Brian Cage.
Well, I mean, I guess there's the age difference. I mean,
and Brock Lesnar has his farmer strength,
Yeah, I mean, we can't compare all.
Brian Cage has show muscles.
We can't compare all that, I mean, because just like what you guys.
Wardlow could probably beat up Brian Cage with those natural muscles. I was actually giving Wardlow some compliments during this podcast.
Shaji was, I think he was just like ecstatic to hear that Wardlow is clean free.
Yeah, he's actually natural. Cody said he was natural.
So he broke down how natural of an athlete Wardlow.
I was like, he's natural.
So
the thing.
He heard
it busted open.
Yeah,
Wardlow's impressive because he's natural. I was like, that guy's natural.
Yeah.
So he is looking better though. He is
he is.
No. We all agreed that Wardlow, his in-ring ability is definitely real good, and but Shaji
he looked like crap for his first match against Cody.
What up?
He looked like crap for his first match against Cody.
Yes.
After that, he started getting better.
Yeah, and I blame it on nerves probably.
I think Wardlow listened to all the criticism I gave him, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he heard the podcast when he was in Germany.
It was a lot of criticism that I gave him, man.
Oh,
he took that to heart, and I got to give it to Wardlow. He's improved a lot.
Yeah, maybe when he was touring in Indonesia, he heard our podcast, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go clean."
But yeah, going back to that, what's I'm gonna call it? Let's see. All right, so yeah, Private Party, they won that match, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So they're the top contenders for the tag titles. It's doesn't look like they're gonna do anything anytime soon. You know what I mean? And it's
because I like Adam Page and Kenny Omega.
I don't.
Yeah. Hangman's impressing me more and more.
Yeah, how he comes at the end and saves the day. I like his move, the buckshot.
Okay, so yeah.
But don't you see it? We'll talk about it towards the end with the whole Kenny Omega. Should we just go to the end, the last tag match?
Yeah, I mean that's the next match. It's Kenny Omega, Adam Page versus the Best Friends. I
did like the minivan, the mom dropping Trent Beretta. Yes. I enjoyed that minivan drop off.
Yep. Hold on a second. So this was my match of the night.
Was it?
This was my match of the night. This was Shaji fell in love with Cody and Hager. But for me, the match of the night was this match.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And hold on. Vic, since you just came in, what was your match of the night?
From AEW?
Yeah.
What was the first match?
First match was the Jurassic House Party, Jurassic Express versus MJF and Wardlow. You had Private Party, Santana Ortiz.
Penelope Cruz.
You had Penelope Cruz and Hikaru Shida. You had Cody and Jake Hager. And then you had Omega and Page versus the Best Friends.
Yeah, I would have to go with the Omega and Page.
Yeah. But for me, I got to say, what made it really, that whole pay-per-view, I was saying, was Chris Jericho's commentating.
Yeah.
And the one thing that last match was lacking was Chris Jericho's commentating. Because he was
otherwise, I think I would have just forwarded through the whole thing.
Yeah. So Chris Jericho's commentating made that whole pay-per-view. And then he was gone at that last match. Imagine he was there for that last match.
Yeah, he would have made that that last match even more special.
Yeah, he totally would have, like, because he was gone right before that happened.
But I hated the finish at the end, like after the match, like the revival coming in.
Yeah,
and
this is what I gotta say. I feel like Hangman is gonna be with the other guys, the drinkers.
Yeah, but I'm like everybody.
I feel like they're getting ready for Hangman to join the other two, and it's gonna be Omega and the Bucks. I think that's what it's going to. Because all of a sudden, didn't you see the sides that were split up? Hangman was with FDR, whatever they are. What are they?
Yeah, FDR.
FDR. So Hangman was standing with FDR, cursing at Omega at the end.
Yeah, but it's like it's so stupid because everybody knows Kenny Omega doesn't drink, and then
he doesn't drink,
and then they get mad that he threw away the beer.
Yeah.
So you guys jump to the end. We might as well talk about it. I mean, I got disappointed with it because I'm tired of FTR on what they're doing. You know what I mean? Are they face? Are they heel?
I think they're going to be with Hangman. I think they'll be with Hangman.
So you're making a stable with Hangman?
I think so.
They got to drop the tag titles first.
Yeah, and that's what you're getting. Aren't you getting like?
So who they dropping the tag titles to?
I think we'll see that later. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I think right now they're going to set it up with FDR and Young Bucks turning on each other, and then later on you'll see them.
See, so
I don't think they're getting the title anytime soon. I think the Omega and Kenny are going to start fighting each other sooner or later.
Yeah. So I like the whole point when FTR came out and they had the beach tables and the beer.
Yeah.
And they were out there. I even enjoyed.
They're being too nice right now.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the beers over there and how they were like offer. I even went with what Vic was saying with the whole, he was offering them beers even he didn't like it and they were trying to start. But the thing that gets me is when we saw that first interview with first appearance from FTR, we saw some guys come in here saying they're going to go through this division and they're the best, right? We had them set up with the Butcher and the Blade, and they're over there. They look like just badasses, right? Yeah. Then in the later weeks, all of a sudden they're helping out the Young Bucks. So it's
it's part of their plan. It's part of the plan.
Yeah, but it's not.
No, it's coming. It's coming for the Young Bucks.
Yeah, but they don't have enough storyline to develop that.
Yeah, but it's only been like a month.
So, yeah, but if you're gonna come out here, right, and you're gonna be full on heel in your first come here and badmouth everyone over there and say, yo, we're the best tag team out there, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to be buddy with the
the
so-called best tag team out there.
But don't you like it that they're all of a sudden, like, these guys are falling for their tricks? They didn't believe them at first, but all of a sudden they're buddying, buddies with everyone.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just saw the look on everyone's face at the end. And it seems like Hangman's with FDR, that group there.
Bro, you just trying to make stables, bro.
Well, that's what AEW is about. It's all stables and managers.
Hold on. This is a Shaji swerve.
Yeah. But, I mean, swerve. What they could have done is, how in their – what's that stupid show that they have, the Elite? The Elite has that show. I remember for like 3 or 4 years since Cody was in ROH, they were always saying "fuck the revival." They were always saying that, and that's what they're saying. FTR stands for "fuck the revival." But they could have showed a video package of that. They own all that, so they could have just showed that and showed some kind of hit. They were saying that for so long, and then that's why they never met, and this was the first time they're meeting, and they could have just showed a package of that. But I don't know.
It's coming later on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because Cody was saying, maybe Ring of Honor. No, the Elite owns that package, so they can show that. So
the thing is with these guys, they try to make. We know they're awesome. They have, a totally different other side of wrestling, and they're trying to do something different. But at the same time, I feel like point out and simple. We don't need all these games and ideas and you guys trying to make mind games out of everything. You know what I mean? Just get straight to the point, you know? Get out there and say, I'm the best tag team over here. You guys say you're the best tag team over here. You know what I mean? And just start it. But when you guys start sharing beers, helping other guys secure their victories, no, I don't need to see the team.
You don't think they did that whole beer thing, though, on purpose to piss off Kenny? They know Kenny doesn't drink.
Yeah, but you're giving too much credit to these guys, and these guys haven't shown to be masterminds. They're not coming out here like Bray, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So-called or Randy Orton, you know what I mean? They're not coming out here like that. You know, they're not giving off that type of persona, and if they are, it's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, if they are, it's horrible. You know what I mean? The way that they're portraying it. If you're going to come out there and you're going to come out there guns blazing, I don't need to see you over there trying to help people that eventually that you're going to beat. You know what I mean?
we just got to let the story play out. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, we'll see what they do next week. Unless they don't.
Next week we got them fighting, you know, tag team against Butcher, Blade, and Lucha Bros.
I was so mad to see. And, you know, maybe it's just because Lucha Bros, you know, they've been going for so long and they don't speak English. You know what I mean? But imagine if these mofos spoke English, man.
They don't speak English?
I mean, you never hear it. All you hear is Cero Miedo. You know? So, but if these guys actually really did speak English and be able to cut their own promos, they'll be over there be like, you guys are the best tag team. You know what I mean? They're tagging with the Butcher and the Blade. The Butcher and the Blade, they've been freaking hard. I mean, besides they're wearing freaking white. You know what I mean? That's the only difference that I've seen in the last couple of months. You know what I mean? Their outfit.
They're pretty good tag team though, Butcher.
Oh no, I'm not saying they're not. You know? Yeah. AEW did a good job of introducing them, but actually helping them go up in the tag team ranks, they haven't.
Yeah, because even their debut match, they didn't win. Everybody wins their debut match.
Exactly.
It's stupid, like
you know, and then now you're gonna put the Lucha Bros and with these jabronis? Oh hell no! That's a recipe for disaster.
They took the bunny away from the Butcher and the Blade too.
Yeah, and they took the bunny. What the?
Yeah, well, why is the bunny flirting with the fucking guy that looks like a young Arn Anderson?
and then they don't like her flirting with him. I'm like, well, who is this dude? No one cares about the dude.
Yeah, that Nightmare Family, no one cares about it. They think that it's a lot bigger, and this is what I'm saying. This is what their problem is. They think certain things are way more over than it is. You know, no one cares about that Nightmare Family. When I hear Nightmare Family, you know what I think of? I think of Cody, and I think of his wife, and that's about it.
Well, no, I think of that guy with the dog. Eye on his head. I think of the guy with the eye on his head.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, yeah, that fucking guy that was in that thing with Awesome Kong.
But what's his name? Jericho was saying that he was one of the reasons he brought him over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Jericho actually liked him or something in New Japan or something.
Supposedly, yeah, he had death matches in New Japan.
Yeah. So overall, you know, AEW put on some good matches. You know what I mean? We were talking about the Hikaru Shida and Penelope Ford, man. That was an underdog match of the night, bro.
Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah.
Penelope Ford is definitely and I feel that, you know, they went to this too soon, you know, because they could have really helped her out and maybe become a challenger down the end or maybe win it. You know what I mean? So because you're gonna have and this is what I meant to say last week. Is Britt Baker really injured, bro?
I think so, yeah. It looks like it.
I mean, it looks like it, but at the same time, it's like, could she be actually messing around with us? Because if you're gonna still keep this injured girl over there and getting all this TV time, that's TV time that freaking some other people could have they could develop some of these other stars. You know what I mean? These other women.
Yeah, but who else has mic skills like her in their women's division?
Well, that's what we were talking about.
I want to see Britt Baker than that fucking ugly girl.
Nyla.
Abomination or whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, Abaddon.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't heard from Abaddon. We haven't heard her say anything.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's impressive. You know what I mean? What some will call it, what else? But then when you look at their division right now, it's depleted, bro.
Yeah, they don't have anybody.
You know what I mean? After Penelope Ford, and we were talking about that. So after Penelope Ford, who else is there? There's Big Swole. There's Nyla Rose. There's that other the former champion. What's her name?
I don't know. Ray?
Yeah. Rhea, or is it Ryu or Rhea? Rio. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen her since then. She might have went back to Japan and never came back.
So who else is available after that? You know what I mean?
I don't know. They just bring out girls from Japan once in a while and just say that they're part of AEW.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go. Next,
Great American Bash.
Great American Bash.
Oh, so far you
hold on one second. Go ahead.
You only talked about Raw before I came on?
Yeah, we talked about Raw and finished AEW.
Wow.
Raw sucked.
Yeah.
But I think Great American Bash was probably the best show of the week.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think they out of all of Wednesday they had a better match between Sasha Banks and the fucking Asian girl.
Yeah. Yo. I think when it came to these two, it was almost a toss up. I mean, you could have won with either one.
Which one? What's true?
Either show. That's how I feel. You could have won with either show. Both the American Bash and the other show had good matches. It's whoever you felt put on the better show.
I think WWE had all the best matches.
I think NXT by far had a better show.
Like none of the matches sucked on NXT.
Well,
no, I like.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They Rhea Ripley and the Stone and Aaliyah.
That wasn't bad though.
What?
What was wrong with that? It's like the private party match. Better than that.
Yeah, that was entertaining though. Like private party, I was like, these fuckers.
Yeah, private party.
That's what I thought of Rhea Ripley and Stone and all that. All right, that's what I thought about that.
Oh, the whole angle, or you mean the match?
The match and the angle. I mean, it's
the angle. I agree, it sucked, but the match was decent for a 2-on-1.
It wasn't decent. Come on, when you have Stone come out there looking like a retard.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean the thing is, if they're not going to use him seriously, he's just like a Santino gimmick. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he went from like a Brock Lesnar to fucking Santino. He was.
I'm not really trying to look at that though, like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was a goofy
wrestlers that do that stuff.
With all that muscle, he was still a goofy gimmick in TNA.
And that's a damn shame. All right, so let's start off with the Fatal 4-Way elimination. We have Mia Yim versus Tegan Nox, Candice LeRae, and Dakota Kai. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Shadi, what's your thought on this match?
I thought it was a great match. I'm happy, Tegan and Fox, it was one of my picks, to have, a great year this year. And I'm happy she got the win. So, I look forward to see what she's going to be doing because all the girls in this match were great wrestlers. And it was someone different winning it this time. So she's your new number one contender, which is great. So something different, and I'm excited.
All right, Vic, go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Mia Yim to win this, but I was like, she's got she's had so many shots at the title. And even Tegan Nox wins it, she's just going to, be another, person that loses to champion. But it's good that someday has something else and something new.
I agree. I agree with you. I think I agree with all of you guys when it comes to the fact that it was something different at the end.
Yeah.
Right. Vic, like with you, Mia Yim has had freaking been in the spotlight. It's sad to see that, she hasn't been able to get the women's championship, because she puts on great matches and but they just haven't given it to her. Who knows what the hell's going on? I mean, they must be mad at something that she does, but at the end of this, it was nice to see Tegan Knox get this.
Yeah.
When I was looking at this, I was like, yo, Dakota Kai or Tegan Knox, either one you could go with. They went with the swerve because now we have two two faces in that match.
Yeah. I think the big thing in this match was really getting Tegan Fox a little more, because all the other girls are pretty in this.
Yeah.
All right. So I think let's make another big name out of Tegan Knox now.
Yeah.
Because the other girls there, like Rhea's going to be gone from NXT sooner or later, and so you need to have these girls like build up the brand for the women. So I think Tegan's one of your future girls right there.
Mm-hmm. So just like in a Great American Bash, it was another opening where it got us going. When we saw MJF and Wardlow and Jurassic Express, it was an awesome start to NXT. Same over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to compare it to
No. I just was comparing the opening to the show.
No, I'm just saying. So who do you think had a better opening then if you compare the two matches?
Oh, the two matches?
NXT had a better opening.
I don't know. I feel that NXT was a better show by far.
Yeah, I think every single match was better.
I would have to give the female. It was, you're right. The females went over. It was a better match.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it. MJF and Luchasaurus. They, at the end of that match, we were thinking, shoot, Wardlow is a lot more impressive than we thought he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But over here in this match, I think what got me over was that they went a different route, and all those females, they put on a freaking awesome match, Now, this is what I'm also going to say. I did see the spots in this match where the females, they were just like hanging around. All right. And Mia Yim does, and this is where I think they're mad with Mia Yim, because Mia Yim does like a pause, waiting to get these hits or her to do her moves and all this other stuff, So when I watched the match, I was just like, oh, Mia, come on now. You're a lot better than this. You know what I mean? So I did see that.
I'm thinking she doesn't, like, they don't know exactly where the cameras are.
Yes.
That's probably what it's going.
And I think that she has that issue too, and also the camera people. I mean, like, they portray it. They hit different angles that they shouldn't be hitting. You know what I mean? And it's not just on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
having this whole like COVID change, like camera angles have all changed from what it usually is. So these, all these wrestlers are trained to have it at one angle.
Yeah.
Present to that angle all the time. Now they gotta switch it up. So.
Yeah. So next up, we had Oney Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher.
Great match. Ooh, that was one of those hard-hitting matches I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit! When I was watching it,
I never even paid attention to an Oney Lorcan match until this one.
Oh no, I've paid attention to Oney Lorcan matches.
He's a hard hitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this match surprisingly was one of the better ones of the night. So.
Yeah, I was actually on YouTube and watching an old MLW match.
But okay. So you look, I'm gonna let you finish that comment.
Yeah, because I was just watching one of Timothy Thatcher's older matches, man, in MLW, man. This guy is like, I think he used to be harder back in the day, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. MLW, maybe they give more leeway.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, he definitely, I, I've been impressed with his in-ring abilities.
What do you think
Now,
about his those things they do? Was that promos? The number.
you know what? I don't mind it because you know why? I'm looking for that next person to step up, and he's stepping up. You know what I mean? So even before this, like even so I don't know that much about Timothy Thatcher before his call up. You know what I mean? So when he first called up, I was talking with Vic, and I was like, "Yo, man, this guy is freaking huge. I mean, his arms are freaking pretty big." You know what I mean? Now, yes, they're not Brian Cage's arms, Shaji. All right, but for his stature, he's pretty big.
He's
a big dude.
Yeah. So, but what came across was that in-ring ability that he had. You know, I mean, it was reminiscent of like Dean Malenko. It was reminiscent of Chris Benoit. You know what I mean? These type of wrestlers. You know what I mean? Bret Hart. You know what I mean? Early Bret Hart. Early. Right. But at the same time, I was impressed with that, you know, and I liked how they saw value in him, and they quickly broke up that group. They quickly broke up that group and were like, "Yo, we have someone here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like the whole like, well, he's a badass and he's training all these people. You know what I mean? So I
like Thatcher has he's got like a Tommaso Ciampa body.
Yeah.
But
I think he's a little bigger than Tommaso, though.
No, I think Tommaso's bigger.
You think so?
Yeah, Tommaso looks like a little taller, but you know.
I don't know.
But it's like that body.
All right, so here we go. Since we're comparing both shows, the second match was Hikaru Shooter versus Penelope Ford. Then we had Oni Lorcan and this person.
This totally beat it up.
You think so?
Yeah, this was one of the best matches of both shows.
Yeah, I think it was like, for me, the second best match of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have you seen a harder hitting match than this?
Harder hitting?
Yeah.
Well, I think the Matt Riddle one was
yes.
That the one in the pit. That was
if we're gonna talk about the best match of the night by far, and you know, I was gonna start doing something else for our podcast. I think next week we all have to come up with the top 3 matches of the week. We're gonna put that into here. Top 3 matches of the week, all brands.
Okay.
All right, something interesting because of the fact of us going back and forth. You know what I mean? But top 3 matches of the week, all brands, all shows, I mean. And what's gonna call it? If that was going to be the case, then yeah, that Matt Riddle freaking Morrison match was off the chain.
Yeah, that was good. I was saying tonight, the hardest hit.
Fine, we'll just take the Wednesday night.
All right.
I was on Wednesday night.
All right. So, with that being said, Oni Lorcan, you know, I've talked about him before. You know, we could go back into the hooligan archives, you know, and every time I talked about these guys, you guys laughed me off. You know what I
mean? No. We're like, Oni Lorcan is a hardworking dude.
Yeah,
like, you know, but he's never gonna win a title. He's there to put people over.
Well, he doesn't have the look as Timothy Thatcher. I mean, they almost have the same body, but that personality wise, you know what I mean? Timothy Thatcher has that.
And whenever we go to like St. Augustine or any of these NXT local shows, Oni Lorcan's always there. Yeah. So the guy's a hardworking dude. He's gonna do all the local shows too. Like, you know, you always see Oni Lorcan everywhere, and he's working his butt off. Yeah. But he doesn't, you know, he's there to put people over.
Let's just be real. I mean, this was a match that Timothy Thatcher, you know, he benefited from. You know what I mean? There really wasn't that much of a buildup towards this. this was all of a sudden, okay, Timothy Thatcher was going to have a match, not a debut match because he was already been on there, but from his new persona, this is what it came, and Oney Lorcan became the first victim. But Oney Lorcan and Timothy Thatcher put on a hell of a match. It pretty much almost stole the show. You know what I mean? In your guys' view, it stole the show because of that hard, strong style of a match that they had.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even do anything special. No flips or nothing, just grappling and shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So next up, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. It's the Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah and Robert Stone. I mean, you guys seem that this was a match to talk about, so I'm gonna let you guys talk about it because
Aaliyah look extra hot.
Come on, bro. You just anytime you see Aaliyah on the show, bro, you bring it up. So yes, we know your affectionatism towards I made up a word towards Aaliyah.
And her only fan. So, if you guys don't have what's that shit called? J&B on, they have Backyard Wrestling on pay-per-view.
Yeah. And this match was really just for entertainment. This was all about entertainment here. And and I think it was to see, can Rhea Ripley entertain us? And she did. She did entertain us in a fun way in this match. So I thought Robert Stone and Aaliyah were going to win, and Rhea was going to join their group for a little bit.
See, that's another stable that you're trying to start, bro. Freaking Shaji, the stable maker, bro.
It's all about stables these days.
Making up another stable, bro. I love it though. I love it, bro. You know what, Vic? You need to go.
It was like a temporary thing. I thought it was going to happen, and then Robert Stone would get, he'd be like over Rhea not listening to him and everything. But I don't know what their move is with these guys, Aaliyah and Stone. Are they just going to be like jobbers for the rest of the way?
They are.
I guess. I'm watching this Southern Violence Wrestling, brought to you by the Southern Brewing Company. There's a guy with a saw in the it's like outside, and a guy with a saw trying to cut off another guy's arm in the ring.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Look, he's hitting him with the saw. What the
fuck? That's probably why you had that background in the background, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's on J&B. It's a Southern Brewing Company.
J&B has some weird wrestling shows sometimes.
SBW. It's on pay-per-view right now on J&B. Now he's smacking a wood stick into the guy's head.
So we're gonna continue on. Thanks for that.
Outside, so they don't do the social distancing.
Thanks for that update, Vic. They're probably in Florida if they ain't doing social distancing.
Yeah.
It's live?
It looks like a whole bunch of hillbillies.
Hey, I'm not gonna comment. But next up was the strap match: Roderick Strong versus Dexter Lumis. Let me hear it, Shaji, because I know you're oozing to say something about this.
No, I liked it. I thought it was a great match. I think Loomis's character is getting really over right now.
Yeah, I think Roderick is selling it good. So
yeah, Roderick put him over.
So the build up and the story behind all of this has been great, has been phenomenal. Dexter Lumis, his character, he's looking as an upcoming guy. I see a bright future for him. I think he's going to be the breakout star this year. You know what I mean? Whatchamacallit, and that's a good thing. Hold on one second. Breakout star of the year.
With Lumis?
So just so that Shaji could listen to that. You know what I mean? Those were gunshots.
My breakout stars have made it. The two people I said, Angel Garza and Io Shirai. And look at them right now.
For me, it's Dexter this year.
Yeah. But you can't say no. It's halfway through the year. All of a sudden,
I could say that it could be this year, bro. I could change it up.
You can't have a breakout star the halfway through the year.
Yeah, you can.
Who'd you say in December or January?
I can't remember.
And I said,
was it Keith Lee?
I think I don't know. I think he was already a breakout star by then.
He was already a breakout star then.
I got the list.
Remember, I said Matt Riddle, and I think the girl. I said Jordan Grace.
Yeah. And they both made, and I said EO and Angel, and they both done well.
We got it. You had the list.
I think Jacobs was like, Velveteen Dream, and
no, I don't think I put Velveteen Dream for this one. You know what I mean? Why the reason why I'm choosing Dexter is because
I think with Ricochet. Ricochet was your breakout, and then
Ricochet. Oh the hell no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think he had Ricochet and Dana Brooke.
You know what? You have to bring up that list, Shaji. I think you have that list. I have to look at who I thought was going to be my breakout for this year.
You need to go in the archives.
So I got to look up in the archives. But Dexter Lumis and his whole background and story has been awesome. I think now with Velveteen Dream and his own nonsense, his whole shenanigans that he does on his free time, is definitely opened the door for this guy.
Yeah, but I think Velveteen's gonna be fine. If Matt Riddle's still getting TV time,
I thought that Matt Riddle, we talked about this. Matt Riddle covered his tracks, and he covered his tracks well. 2 years ago, he already had put in a freaking what's that called?
Gag order? No,
not gag order.
restraining, right?
Restraining order 2 years ago. So he's already cleared. That's why you see him on this week in the beginning of the show. But Dexter Lumis has that potential. They're building him up. It's definitely awesome. I thought this was an okay match, and the reason why is when you have a strap match, I want to see the strap involved in the match. Yeah. And the strap wasn't involved in the majority of this match.
Yeah. I mean, I think they went that route because it wasn't the main event. You don't want to get, beat these guys up that much if it's not even the main event.
No, and I understand that. But if you're going through the concept of the match, they talked about it. They talked about it in commentary. They tried to mention it. They're like, oh, in one of the first Great American Bash over 30 years ago, and they named the two competitors. They had a strap match. And then they started talking about this. If you're going to talk history and you're going to bring that history into the match, I need to see you guys use that strap accordingly. It's a strap match.
Was the first strap match Roddy Piper and Greg?
No.
And the Valentine?
Well, no, they were talking about in Great American Bash history.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was some guys that we don't even know, bro. Some guys that had a few back in the day that I guess was big. But in this over here, I didn't see the strap being that much of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if you would have had these two retards that always put on great matches, Gargano and Ciampa, in a strap match, you would have saw that strap wrapped around the pole, choking someone, hanging them. We didn't see that.
No, they went pretty easy on the strap.
They went pretty easy on it.
But not bad, though. It wasn't a bad match.
It was a B.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, but Dexter Lumis came up with the win, man. Roderick Strong, I mean, he put over Dexter hard body, and it's sad to see, man, because Roderick Strong is one of those these guys on the roster, man, that he has everything except for the promos, man.
Dude, I'm looking at the first Great American Bash didn't have a strap match, but the second one.
The second one did.
The Indian strap match.
Well, who were the people in there?
Wahoo McDaniel and Jimmy Garvin.
Maybe they said McDaniel Garvin. I don't think they said Wahoo.
Yeah. Wahoo. Yeah, they had every match had a stipulation: Russian chain match, hair versus hair match. The Russian chain match was Road Warriors against Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff.
Oh, that looks like a Great American Bash that we got to break down in the future.
The main event was Ric Flair against Ricky Morton.
Oh, yep, we got to break it down.
And we'll probably watch it like, man, these guys move so slow. Why is there high flying stuff going on in this? This is like the slowest match I've ever seen.
Or they could be telling a story that some of these other places don't tell stories.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting, like, because we're so used to these like quick matches now and these fast-paced, high-flying matches. So to look back at something old school like that would be.
So, we're going to continue on. I think we all think that Dexter Lumis is going to have a bright future.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But the next promo that we had was from Santo Escobar.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy speaks very fluent English, bro.
Yes.
That's a game changer, everyone. That's a game changer.
It's your first like Spanish dude that you have here that speaks like great English.
That is a game changer. I mean, he speaks better English than Garza. He's definitely Andrade. Definitely more than Ricochet.
Dominic.
Dominic.
Light years ahead of Dominic.
You know what I mean? Santo Escobar came out straight like his last name. He came out like an Escobar. And it worked perfectly. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the whole, him going against Breezango next week and Drake Maverick sticking his nose in this business. But, yo, Santos Escobar came off in that promo like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$1 million. And I as I was watching this promo, because obviously we've seen some of his other promos, and he talked very little English. But on this one, bro,
character is back. His character.
Yo, on this one, I was over there like, what the hell just happened? I was like, I thought that he didn't speak that very good English, and then all of a sudden, he did a swerve.
Yeah, I remember a few months ago, Conan said this guy really knows good English. So I kind of knew he knew English, but yeah, I mean, he's good on the mic.
Yeah, he's definitely good on the mic, and I was definitely came impressed. He totally went. He took a totally different approach with the luchador style, and saying that he, essentially he's the new world order of the lucha libre, bro.
Yeah, maybe he'll give that cruiserweight title some prestige.
Yes, I hope they do. I mean, they gave him a new emblem. As you saw, the legado de what was it? Legado de lucha libre, or I don't know, legado or something. But I came impressed. He's doing what he has to do, and I'm intrigued to see where they go from here. You know what I mean? You had Breezango and Drake Maverick interrupt them. They set up the 6-man tag for next week. Santo Escobar is $100 bill. You know what I mean? The other two guys, not too much.
See. Yeah, we'll see what they
The other two guys, not so much.
They're the Spanish version of Jinder Mahal and the crew.
Oh,
yeah, but you don't know. They could be like Lucha House Party.
Nah.
Hey. Lucha. Don't sleep on
Lucha House Party to join his team, though.
Don't sleep on Lucha. Lucha House Party, man, has been putting on their last 3 matches.
But imagine they became a stable, though, with a Lucha House Party joining his team.
They would have to take off their masks to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time.
We're coming back.
There you go. See?
Maybe it's
Stable maker right here.
Maybe it's time.
Stable maker over here, bro.
Get rid of the house party.
This guy, if NWO and the Y family came back, he would shoot his load.
He'll be over there like, watch. This guy's gonna join the NWO. Yo, so on Raw,
right though, everyone joined the NWO.
On Raw. Well, yeah, the first NWO, everyone joined it. So if we were doing a podcast there, we would have been like, "Oh snap, Shaji's a genius."
Fucking, they didn't even have Virgil part of the NWO.
But so Shaji brought it back to Liv Morgan and his faction where she was going to join his faction where she was going to be Sister Abigail and
Wyatt's group. It would have been great. That's what she needed. Now her career is ruined.
Well, I guess a dream hot match would be Liv Morgan against Penelope Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, they're they're similar wrestlers. So I was saying earlier too.
Yeah, but
I don't know about similar wrestlers. I feel the Penelope Ford is a better wrestler than Liv Morgan.
I don't think Liv Morgan gets the chances Penelope does, like in that match. Liv Morgan gets like 1 minute to wrestle.
Well, still though, I mean, she had a match with Charlotte Flair. Did you come out impressed saying, "Oh snap, Liv Morgan has something"?
Yeah, anyone has a match with Charlotte Flair.
But Penelope went against Sheeta, and you over there like, I think everyone at the end of that match was like, "Yo, Penelope is like the next big thing over here."
If Penelope is WWE and she had to face Charlotte, it would be a squash fest too.
Oh yeah, well that's just because how WWE looks at Charlotte. They look at her as the golden standard. They look at her like Ric Flair, and I'm not going to say that she doesn't deserve that because she is by far. And I've changed my mind. I changed my mind throughout the year. Yeah. Charlotte Flair deserves every credit. I'll never bad talk Charlotte Flair ever again.
But there's only a few wrestlers she won't do that against, and that's like Bayley, Sasha, Becky, Asuka. Those are the only wrestlers.
Has she put over anyone? Oh, Rhea.
Yeah.
Rhea. She put over younger talent. Rhea.
That is it. And then, Ronda. She put her Ronda too.
Yeah.
But that's about it, Everyone else she's gonna squash easily.
All right. So here we go. So next they had the Mercedes Martinez promo. I'm intrigued to see this chick, bro. I hope they start developing her, man.
Oh, they had I guess I missed that. I didn't see it. But
it wasn't on Hulu, huh?
I didn't see that. I saw it on TV.
Oh,
I must have just forwarded it. I don't know. No. During the commercial.
Yeah, they had a promo with what's her name?
But she had a few matches already, so
yeah.
Now she's debuting again.
Yeah, they repackaged her. She was in the Mae Young Classic. She was one of the people over there.
I think she was on
was on AEW.
Yeah, the first show, I think.
Yep. She was on AEW, which is quite ironic that AEW had this talent, you know what I mean, and then let her go.
I think the first show they had a lot of one night things.
Yeah. Well, I feel that's what they did. They just tried to get as many different type of talent involved. You know what I mean?
Because they even had I think Roddy Piper's daughter, remember? And then they had who they had? They had Tommy Dreamer and stuff for one day.
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get me another beer. All right, we're back. Off air, we were talking about MLW a little bit. Vic was over there trying to tell me, yo, I need to get on it. You know what I mean? So
even if you don't watch it,
Vic is sending all the wrestling shows to us, bro.
Yeah, it's too much wrestling.
Too much wrestling. I got on
to watch 4 shows. Right now.
I got on to the NWA, but then all of a sudden NWA just freaking disappeared.
Yeah, they're not taping during COVID.
You know and they let go of Dave Lagana. So
I don't really care about Dave Lagana, but when you let go of Zicky Dice, Zicky Dice and your boy Starks, I was over there. I was like, these guys are young talent that I really thought that they could develop in the future. Bro.
Nick Aldis is still there, though, right?
Yes, Nick Aldis.
He's been a world champion for like 3 years.
He needs to come to WWE. That's where that dude needs to go.
They asked him about that. I remember in an interview, and he said somebody in WWE doesn't want him higher up. So that's why he's never become king.
Yo, Nick Aldis, bro. Whoo! If he ever had the mic over there, without having to watch it, it would be all
He's coming sooner or later. Aldis is coming.
The higher up is John Cena. That doesn't want him coming.
He's coming sooner or later. Mickey James, was there at one point. So
supposedly she's cleared the wrestle.
Yeah. So Nick Aldis has to be coming over there sooner or later.
I guess so, but right now he has a good thing going. NWA champion.
Oh, he'll make so much more money in WWE. I'm sure he's not making that much money.
But then again, we don't know, because they might put Nick Aldis on freaking NXT, and he does not deserve to be on NXT.
But imagine matches like Nick Aldis against like Drew McIntyre, or Nick Aldis against Warren, Nick Aldis against Karrion Kross.
But things that we see, other people don't see it.
Yeah, I remember Nick Aldis versus Alberto in TNA. When they unified the titles, the world titles, that was such a good match. Alberto and Nick Aldis.
Yeah, he's a good talent.
So here we go.
I'm gonna finish up NXT with you guys, then I gotta head out.
All right. So last match of the night was Io Shirai versus Sasha Banks. All right, what do you guys' thoughts on it, man?
Match of Wednesday.
Yeah, great match. I think we're gonna say Sasha's probably had the great week this week.
Yeah, she's taking the Charlotte spot now.
Yeah, she's in the Charlotte spot right now, so she's on all the shows right now. Mm-hmm. But great match, and they should have just put the championship on the line. Why not just put it? Even though Sasha wasn't gonna win it, they should have just put the title on the line for this.
Yeah, I agree. Even though it didn't mean nothing, the match was a really good, solid match.
Yeah, but they should have had it mean something. If you put the title on the line, it would have been a little bit more. But overall, though, those girls put on a great match. And, Io Shirai is showing she's showing she's a champion right now.
Yes.
And what a pick of mine at the end of the year for a breakout star of the year.
Oh.
Breakout star of the year.
Yes. Shots fired. Shaji's always gonna mention his breakout stars of the year, and I'm not gonna lie, man. Shaji, you picked Io Shirai as one of the breakout stars of the year.
That reminds me of when Taz said we don't run a dirty house over here, and then Brian Cage went like this in the background. Shots. Shots fired.
Shots fired everywhere.
Yeah.
we talked about that.
What said in AEW about WWE?
He was saying that they don't run a sloppy shop.
No, that's Taz said it. And there was another. MJF. He said it is a ratings war.
Yeah. Oh yes, MJF. Yes, he did it also.
Yeah. But then they lost though. So
yeah.
And then Cody wore his shirt too.
Yes, Cody.
The Great American Bash shirt, but with his name on it.
But I heard that he lost the lawsuit or whatever to get his name back. So
you heard that?
Yeah.
Shots fired by Triple H. Shaji said.
Cody still can be Cody Rhodes. There could be a Brandy Rhodes, but he can still only be Cody.
All right, so I agree with you guys. Io Shirai, Sasha Banks also matched for Great American Bash. Definitely intriguing towards the end when you had Asuka, Green Mist. It was also intriguing to see Bailey. You know, she did her little nonsense with the horn of the car. You know what I mean? It was good. It was all a lot of fun. But at the same time, these girls, man, they put on a freaking match, bro. Some of the moves that not Bailey, Sasha caught Io and Io caught Shirai. It was good, bro.
Yeah. And
Did you guys talk about Sammy Guevara, the suspension? What do you think of it? Like, or did we talk about that last week?
I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah. I don't think he should have got suspended for that bullshit.
Who?
Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, and I think, and it was like everything is taken so sensitive these days.
Yeah.
Like he said that years ago when he was younger. Like he shouldn't have said the word rape. He should have said the word.
But the thing is, like when
I
he
wanted to do Sasha.
but the thing is, like he shouldn't get suspended for if AEW never existed. If he said it, if you work for AEW, I understand.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 years before there was AEW.
Yeah, and he was young, and he just was joking. It was a joke, and he was trying to say he wanted to have sex with, but it was like he really wanted to have it badly.
Tony Khan has no problem suspending him for just saying it and not even doing anything, but he has no problem with putting Mike Tyson on the show, who actually went to jail for rape. So it's stupid.
Yeah, but
point there, a good point over there, Vic.
Yeah.
But it's like I guess once his punishment's over, then he can't get punished for the same thing again, right?
I guess so, unless he went on another podcast and said he was going to rape somebody else. You're going to suspend him for that too.
Don't be adding swears over there, Vic.
Yeah, don't be saying bad stuff on podcasts. It'll come back to you later on in the years from now.
If I want to be a run for mayor or something, it's going to come back to me.
Oh yeah, Vic as mayor.
Because you support it. Yeah, especially because you said Sammy shouldn't have deserved it.
Yeah. Now if I ever want to work for Disney, he's going to come back to me.
Oh, Vic working for Disney. All right. So
I'm out.
Yep.
You guys finished with SmackDown. But I gotta say, I do have to say that the Morrison and Riddle match, great match.
Yes. Awesome.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, peace out, bro. Be easy. All right. Here we go. So you have to agree. Wednesday was some good freaking wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, next week is the main events too.
Yeah.
This week was just the first phase.
Yep. First phase. But what was your thoughts on that? Because go ahead.
Well, what do you mean, like them actually doing it too? Like copying them, or?
Well, both of them using 2 nights for these pay-per-views, bro.
Yeah, well, WWE. I mean, during Busted Open, they were saying that it was WWE going after Cody for using the Great American Bash because Dammy came up with it.
Yeah.
So that's what they were saying, but I mean, it's a good idea. It's better for us.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We're seeing better wrestling, but part of me, and I was thinking about this earlier in the week, man. If SmackDown would have just stayed to Tuesdays, just look how awesome it would have been. You would have had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And everyone would have been able to eat. You know what I mean? NXT would have had their moment. You know what I mean? Actually, hold on. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Well, if NXT was on Tuesday, I mean, everyone would have been had their big numbers. You know what I mean? Because now this war, man, essentially, I don't take it seriously. It's not a war like how the Monday Night Wars were.
Yeah, I mean, it never can be because at that time there was no Netflix or anything else.
Well, it's not just Netflix and all that. I just feel that when it comes to that, and when it comes to like the DVR and YouTube, you really can't tell real numbers. Like how many people watch NXT or AEW on torrent?
On what?
Torrent, the torrent videos. They're not monitoring that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I watch when I used to watch on certain shows, certain pay-per-views, I used to watch watchwrestling.com. You know what I mean? There's probably tons of people that over there that watch shows on that website. They can't monitor that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a loss in both of their favors. I mean, they try to make it seem like it, and it's good for wrestling. Don't get me wrong. I think.
I mean, the thing is, WWE, like, if they didn't counter program it, then they would have more ratings, and the WWE would look worse. They don't care if they win or lose. It's just anybody that's watching their show, as long as they don't watch the AEW, that's all they care about.
So that's why when I look at this, WWE is kind of like Amazon. You know what I mean? They knock out their opponents just by putting out as much content as possible.
Yeah,
So
like say AEW moved to I don't know, Thursday or something. They would just somehow find a way to move to Thursday.
And right now, we see with the promos and the commercials, WWE Network is free.
Yeah.
So essentially,
what does that entail, though? Does that entail the pay-per-views?
No pay-per-views. It's just the content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So regardless of that, let's just get on to next. We have Friday Night Smackdown. And it started off with a bang. You know what I mean? It Friday Night Smackdown, I was over there like as soon as Matt Riddle came on over there, bro, I was over there like
yeah. Like a stupid story about why he don't wear shoes. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, when he came out with the promo, I was intrigued to see where they were going with this. I agree. That killed it, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
That
said, roll too many times.
That was so lame. And I think he still would have been over. You know what I mean? Because people probably would have still saw him and still would have thought him saying bro at every last sentence would have been funny. They probably would have been like, bruh.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. The whole him getting personal, talking about why he doesn't use it. I think that's where they try to go a little too overboard with the love for Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's get on. I mean, yeah, Matt Riddle came out, had a little interview, but then all of a sudden he got interrupted by Baron Corbin. I've been intrigued by this because there have been rumors that Baron Corbin was mad at having to do this with Matt Riddle. you know, because he felt that he was above Matt Riddle, and he tied that into his promo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just like, Baron is thinking a little too high of himself.
Yeah.
And then literally we had Morrison all of a sudden get put into this. And Morrison, even before this, man, he's been just like putting on freaking awesome matches, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, this is week 2 of the Matt Riddle effect. Week 1, he got the win over AJ Styles. You know what I mean? And then week 2, he gets a win over Morrison, man. That's freaking crazy, bro.
Well, I mean, you know, they do stuff like that for like a big name. I mean, he was a big name in the NXT, so I'm pretty sure if Adam Cole comes up, he'll get ones like that too.
Mm-hmm. But yo, they put on a freaking hell of a match, bro.
That was like a pay-per-view status match.
Yeah, pay-per-view status match, and by far the best match of the week.
And plus, it's not like a match you've seen over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? It was I think it was okay, so I was enjoying the match, but I think they overcompensated with some of the moves. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It was a good match. It wasn't a 5. It came close, but I think just the overcompensation on some of the moves, that's the reason why it wasn't a 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Too many moves where all of a sudden people counting out of, and you're like, what?
Yeah, and plus they got different styles. Like, you know, John Morrison like the parkour style, and then Matt Riddle like the UFC style. So MMA.
I think that's why what's gonna call it? It worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It worked. All right, so started off with a good match. Smackdown. All right. Fight number 1. Fight number 2, AJ Styles, Drew Gulak. What are your thoughts, bro?
I mean, it wasn't like a match of the night or nothing, but it was a good match. It was in. I mean, it wasn't no AJ and Daniel Bryan, but it was decent.
It was a good match, but at the same time, I think the reason why this match didn't have the number that it should have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was because there wasn't a buildup. It was a weak buildup between these two. You know, you could have made this match even better if you had a better buildup.
Yeah.
I think that it was a disservice to Drew Gulak, even though he still had he was still in a match with AJ Styles, but at the same time, it was the second match of Friday Night Smackdown. But they put on a hell of a show. They definitely worked very good together. What are your thoughts on having a Zoom conference with Daniel Bryan?
I mean, whatever. I mean, they're just trying to do something new.
I agree. And when I saw that, I always go back to that survey that I did, and that was one of it. They were thinking about having certain superstars Zoom in, and they did that. I didn't think that it actually worked. You know what I mean? Because having Daniel Bryan over there give his little interview during commentary, it just just felt wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we had Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro go against the New Day.
Shinsuke won, right? Shinsuke and Cesaro.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was wait, it was a tag. Was it a tag team match?
No, it was Shinsuke versus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it because Shinsuke and Kofi are kind of evenly matched, and then Cesaro and Big E are matched muscle wise,
Yeah.
strength wise. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah. All right. And that's pretty much it. The end of Friday Night Smackdown, bro.
That was it.
Yeah. I mean, before that, we had the whole explanation of Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. But there's not. I feel that there's nothing that you really can go into that. I mean, they're definitely trying to play a story behind both of it. We know now that at Extreme Rules, they're Extreme Rules horror show. They're gonna make a cinematic match between these two, and it's going to be back at the Bray Wyatt compound. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, man. I'm intrigued to see how they do that.
Bray Wyatt countdown.
Not countdown, but compound.
I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna do. I mean, yeah. I mean, they probably just do like in a place that looks like a swamp or something, or hopefully it's not that stupid house that Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt had their matching.
I don't know. They're probably gonna tie that into it somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was like probably the worst match, pay-per-view match of the year, whatever the year that was. But who knows? But we'll see.
All right, definitely agree. Yo, so then I think after that we had what's in the toast after that?
Oh yeah, the Jeff Hardy and Sheamus still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're dragging this way too long, bro.
Yeah, they don't need it. There's like it is a pointless feud. I'm like, if Sheamus already won at the pay-per-view, why is he still going on with this? What is the end game? What is he trying to make Jeff Hardy quit wrestling or something?
And
I mean, Jeff Hardy leaving after this, after going to AEW, who knows?
I mean, no one knows the contract status of Jeff Hardy. I don't know right now.
Well, I remember them saying that since he was injured, him and Matt were supposed to leave at the same time, but since he was injured, most of the time they added the time he was out onto his contract. So when you're injured, you got to add that time onto your contract.
So with that being said, they stuck him with Sheamus. You know, it's definitely feeling like Apollo Crews MVP type feud.
Yeah.
Or Andrade. Who's the start? Andrade and who? Garza. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no.
What's his name? Cruz?
No. Rey Mysterio. Yes, that feud. They drag him along way too long, bro.
Yeah.
We'll see what how this goes. You know what I mean? At the same time. What are your thoughts, man?
I don't know. I mean, they should just drop this feud and give him, because Sheamus needs somebody else to feud with him. This is just going overboard with this nonsense. At least bring Elias back and feud with Sheamus, because didn't Sheamus hit him with the fucking car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Jeff Hardy I don't know who else Jeff Hardy could feud with.
I definitely agree with you. If they do it, Elias needs to be involved. If that wasn't the case, then Sheamus versus Braun. I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
Sheamus, yeah, that's a good match,
right?
Yeah, because they're both hard hitting, and then we'll see what they're going. Where they're going with Braun and Bray.
So let me tell you, where do you see they're going with that?
I'm hopefully thinking Bray will win it back. I want Bray to win it back. I mean, Braun having it is, I don't know. I don't think. I could see Otis cashing in on Bray over Braun.
Mm.
I don't know if he'll win it or not, but he'll cash it in. I mean, we'll see if he can actually win it from him.
So me and Shaji, we talked about the Money in the Bank because he was trying to cash in the females' Money in the Bank, but it was already done. So then I told him we were going through different swerves, and obviously it came to Shaji swerve. But I kind of assisted into his swerve, and I was like, yo, how about Dolph Ziggler win it from Drew McIntyre, and then what's his name, Otis, cash in on on Dolph Ziggler, bro.
I could see them do that with the Universal title, but not the WWE title.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would make sense because they already have that feud.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Can they go on different brands? I don't know. I mean, who knows? They can do anything.
Well, the Money in the Bank person can.
Okay, but then he has to bring Mandy with her.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. The Mandy and Otis thing is the whole thing of SmackDown. That's all they got going.
Well, that was the Shaji swerve, bro. The Shaji swerve that had me earlier because he was over there pretty much saying this person should do that.
When are they facing? Bray and next pay-per-view?
Yeah.
And so is Drew and Dolph?
Drew and Dolph, yes. We'll see how that goes. I mean, at the same time, where's Otis's partner, bro?
I don't know. We got the Rona.
And at the same time, we haven't seen our boy Otis, man. I've seen him on freaking Instagram, grilling hard body with that Traeger grill. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I saw him put up the happy 4th of July today with a picture of Mandy.
Oh, yes. I saw that.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Yeah. But, we'll see what, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what they're waiting for unless they have because, there's a lot of people missing. Sammy, Bobby Roode, they're all stuck in Canada still.
Yeah, right. Bobby Roode is, but he's on Raw now.
Yeah, but they're all stuck in Canada, so, I mean.
We'll see what happens, man. It's definitely intriguing to see where SmackDown's going to be. SmackDown the last 2 weeks, we really didn't get that much content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like up in the air. You know, Raw has given us enough content. NXT has, but SmackDown, you know, last week was The Undertaker. This week, they only had a few matches as well. You know what I mean? So I'm intrigued because previously, before, SmackDown was one of the shows that I was most intrigued with, but at the same time, in the last couple of 2 weeks, all I can think about is freaking Matt Riddle at the end of these matches, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's been the main event pretty much the start of the show.
He's been the main event even in the first match of the night. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah. He's stealing the show most of the time.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna have to get pushed big time after this, bro. Because if you're gonna beat, well, he already beat AJ Styles once. He just beat Morrison. I mean, he's feuding with King Corbin, who's probably gonna be next. I mean, that's a pretty meteoric raise over there, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is with Corbin, like he needs to at least win one feud. Every feud he keeps on beating them on TV, but he never wins a feud. So it's just like, but the only person he actually beat is Kurt Angle.
He's got the Dolph Ziggler effect on him, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean? Putting out good matches, but at the same time not getting rewarded.
Yeah, he needs to get a title or something, just the IC title.
We'll see. Well, he ain't getting the IC title anytime soon because that's on another heel, AJ Styles. So
yeah, so somebody needs to take from him so he can beat that face.
Yep. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
thanks for joining, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate it.
When did you get back from your trip?
We got back today.
Wow.
Yep. We got back today, and you know, it was pretty much low key. We went out to South Carolina, Hilton Head, chilled for a while. We didn't go out much. My daughter pretty much wanted to go either to the beach or the pool, and it was the majority of the pool, which we didn't have a problem with because it was less people. But even when we were at the beach, bro, over there in Hilton Head, South Carolina, was pretty chill.
Yeah, it was so it wasn't closed. Everything was open there.
There was a lot of places open, but it was maybe for like takeout. You know what I mean? You had to have your mask available. It was pretty good. I mean, we used it mostly like a place just so that we could chill and take some time off. My wife had time off for like a week during the 4th of July weekend. I'm off right now for the summer, so we were just like, yo, might as well go. Originally, we were supposed to do a big event with one of our friends. She couldn't make it. So we probably would have gone to like Savannah, Charleston, all those types of places. But now with the whole Corona, we were just like, yo, we're going to keep it low key. We hashtagged it a staycation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was chill, you know what I mean? It was chill. What you do July 4th, bro?
Nothing much. I stayed home. I watched the new season of Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh! Yo, speaking of that, shout out to my sister, Cynthia. She might be listening. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she's been a diehard Unsolved Mysteries fans.
I used to love that show back in the day. And they brought it back. Oh man, I saw all. It was only 6 episodes, so I saw all 6.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. Actually, no, I was talking about without her like 2 days ago, and I hit her up and I was like, "Yo, they brought Unsolved Mysteries back on Netflix," and I already knew that she used to watch all the other ones. Excuse me, they brought Unsolved Mysteries back like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my sister was still freaking watching that show, trying to look up updates.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the host died, the guy with the scary face.
Slate.
Robert Stack.
Roberts. There you go. I had to tell my sister that. I was like, "Oh, you over there?" I was making fun of her, saying, "Yo, you still thinking about freaking Robert Stack?" But then she was like, "Oh, it's been on even longer than that, and I always look at the show because of the updates." You know what I mean? And my sister was a big time Lifetime channel fan, so it wasn't just Unsolved Mysteries. It was also freaking the Golden Girls. I got a shirt over there of the Golden Girls. So
yeah, I was somebody put up a clip of the Golden Girls like last week. I was watching. It was I didn't know Don Chino was on Golden Girls. There was a Golden Girls episode with him arguing with one of the ladies about the Confederate flag.
Yes.
I had no idea he was on the Golden Girls.
And he was young as hell over there on that,
episode.
Cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's crazy that you're over there watching that. I'm over here. I think I'm about to finish the season of The Order. Did you watch The Order?
The what?
The Order.
Order no.
It's a season of it's a show about werewolves and freaking magicians.
Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Well, what was the other show you told me to watch on Netflix? The Kingdom?
Frontier.
No, I saw that.
No, The Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is like freaking like Game of Thrones, bro.
So is there a kingdom? Is the Last Kingdom Asian people?
No.
Oh, so there's a show called The Kingdom then.
Oh, The Kingdom? No, I haven't watched that.
I looked up Kingdom and it was like Asian people. Man, it's not that I don't want to watch it. It looked like
you already thought that it was captions, bro.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
See, I already know you, bro. You already thought that it was captions. No.
Yeah, I still got Narcos to watch. I'll watch it eventually, but I heard it was good. But
you didn't watch Narcos?
No, it was too much in Spanish, man.
Oh yeah, come on, bro. You live in Portchester, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but that's a super Spanish.
You're Portchester native, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I know this week Warrior Nun came out. You know what I mean? Watch it again.
Unsolved Mysteries only came out 3 days ago. I already watched it. It was only 6 episodes, but I listened to the podcast with the director. He said that they're just getting started. They just want to see how this one would do, so they can make some more. So there's 6. So they're supposed to make a season 2 pretty soon.
Last Kingdom. That's what it's on Netflix. It's 4 seasons already. It's like what's the show?
Game of Thrones?
Yep, Game of Thrones.
The Witcher too. I saw The Witcher in 1 day, 1 or 2 days.
But that's like 2 seasons though. That's why you know me, bro. I've been heartbroken ever since Sarah Connor Chronicles, bro.
No, The Witcher is only first season.
No, they have 2 seasons.
No, I saw that. I saw it this week. The Witcher is only 8 episodes. Let me see.
It's 2
It came out last year, in 2019. And they said the next season is going to be in November.
Hold on.
You're talking about the Superman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 8 episodes.
It's only damn.
And that's like Game of Thrones too. And it's like the first season just leaves you hanging, like, oh shit, like what they were trying to do. The first season, it finally culminates at the last episode. They're like, oh, now it's a new adventure.
Yo, watch Last Kingdom, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It's based off of kind of like the creation of England.
Okay, let me.
Like early joining. It's 4 seasons, so you get to enjoy a little bit of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Orlando Bloom?
yeah. I only look at freaking shows that are like 3 or 4 seasons, bro.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom has a good show on Amazon too. Carnival Row.
A Carnival, right? Yeah, I heard about that. How many seasons is that?
That's only in the first season. Just start off.
See. I gotta wait, bro. I gotta make sure that it's it gets it gets renewed. Freaking me and Jen watch Messiah on Netflix. Didn't bring her back, bro.
Let me get going out here. I hear them both crying.
I heard it.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through, bro.
All right. Have a good week, man.
Peace out, bro.
Yeah.